Peace. Welcome to the weekend live stream. We'll go. We're just coming out of a pre-show, you guys. We've had a 2-hour pre-show. It was amazing. It was exclusive for Tier 2 members and Tier 2 patrons. The topics we covered. What happens in the pre-show stays in the pre-show, of course, but IYK. So consider becoming a Tier 2 member and / or Tier 2 patron today, so you never miss spending more time together. Yes. Every weekend we do a green room pre-show, several hours long, baby, before we do the main show, which is now the main show. So hello, everybody. Welcome, Kari, Gloria Retinos, Grant Ramirez, Inga T, Jenny Young, Teresa McGuire, hey Dacob and everyone says Terry, Audrey Jane, DMT, Sasha Sanchez, Rich Kidding, SMG388 something, Alexander Bin, Dorcia S, Jax Bagatek. Oh my God, Jackie, you're back. I thought you were going to sleep. Oh yeah, Jack says, I fell asleep in the pre-show. But here I am again, Jackie with one eye open, the other one. Lori, how's it going, Lori? Gloria Thinos, Audrey Jane, Teresa McGuire, Living Ferret, and Camilla, huh? Happy Sunday. Mahora, I need to talk to you. Oh my God, Terry, my love. Mwah.
Teresa McGuire donated $60. Let's start the party. Heart.
You best believe. Mahora, check fifth. Terry. We're moving Terry into the haunted building. Hold on. Okay, Terry, should we do candy corn today? Or should we do chicken nugget? We're going to do chicken nugget because we want some good old fast food for us today. We're going to do a haunted chicken McNugget. With leglets and bat wings. Okay, Terry, we're doing the chicken nugget. So cute. Okay, check this out. Wait, this is like, whoop. Terry, chicken McNugget with bat wings and little feet. Yes! Haunted Chicken McNugget, baby. There you go. Terry's the first one to move into the Haunted Mansion trio of the Fashion Bunker. If you wish to move in and start the party together with Terry, now's your chance for romance, honey. Just use the QR code right here. Thank you, Bubbles. Or the link directly up above you in the chats. Hold on. Oh fuck. Okay. Mahora, I wasn't meaning video, just audio, but you can't do it? Damn. Okay. All right. Well, okay, here's the thing. I just wanted to talk to hi Christian. How's it going? Hi Cecilia Brown, Shifa Bukhari, Pam McNeil. Hi everybody. Thank you everybody so much for tuning in. Thumb up the live stream. Boy oh boy, have we got a show for you because there's gonna be talk of fashion. Shade, the shame and the shade. There's also going to be a bag reveal. A bag reveal, really, really fabulous little luxury moment. And then we're going to talk about, well, the end of luxury again. And maybe even fast food plays a role in all of this. Okay, so basically this is, so for those of you, okay, there's a couple of things to talk about. First of all, thumb up the live stream. We'll go. This is super exciting because there's lovely stuff to talk about. I'm wearing an Elvira shirt today. Love my Mistress of the Dark. Check this out. There you go. 1988 because her movie, Mistress of the Dark, was released in 1988. We'll go. How time flies. It feels as if it was yesterday. Love that movie so much. One of my favorites during the Halloween season, watching Cassandra Peterson as Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, in her homonymous movie, Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, from 1988. I also love Elvira's Haunted Hills, the second movie she made a couple of years later on. Also one of my favorites. DMSA 918. Hi, Dacob, everyone. Just got in. How much did I miss? You missed nothing. Literally, just the opening. Hi, Maria, Karina. Oh my gosh, so many people joining. Fabulous. I was a bit worried. Of course, I was worried because I'm screaming at screaming.
I mean, of course, we're worried.
Because I'm streaming at a weird time. You know, it always changes because I always have stuff is happening and I always kind of end up streaming different times. But you know what? Better late than never. Better late than never. So it's really, really thrilling to see so many people tuning in, despite the fact that this is not our regular, usual streaming time. But so here's the thing. I don't know if Mahora is listening at all because because I'm like in touch with Mahora on the sidebar. So yeah, I guess I'm not going to touch base on any of this if Mahora is too tired. Okay, well, this is complicated. How do we do this? Okay, you're listening. Okay, well, here's the thing. I was on JJ's channel yesterday, 2 days ago. Hey, Sasha Sanchez, Church of Dacob, darling. You best believe. AJ Scott, clocked in from New York City. Hey, AJ, how's it going? So I was on JJ's channel. A friend of mine who's a wonderful, very, very, very wise and intelligent perfume reviewer and also human being. He has a perfume channel. Go check him out, JJ Colburn on YouTube. So he does live streams, and we did a Fluvium. It's one of his shows. And I was a guest on the show, and we did a 2-hour stream. A lot of fun. Love it. Really fabulous. But at a certain point, because, I'm also here to entertain, obviously, we were talking about perfumes and online places where you can talk about perfumes, and there are perfume reviews and what have you. And of course, Fragrantica came up as one of those websites, and I said, allegedly, the owners are homophobe. Now, at that point, I am a guest on JJ's channel, so obviously I'm not going to push something forward. If he wants to go with that, I drop a breadcrumb. If you want to go with that breadcrumb, let's talk about it. But he didn't. So let's move on. Let's talk about something. You know what I mean? Totally fine, totally understandable. But here's the thing. Of course I have receipts. But here's the thing. So then some Oompa Loompas that love drama in the perfume community, I'm not even going to say who they are because, honey, you're not going to get promoted by me. But anyway, they edited down part of my video from JJ's channel and put it on Reddit, claiming that, how dare I claim that Fragrantica's owners are allegedly homophobe. Now, everything I say in this live stream and video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. First thing, I always say that. Every time something like this is said, I always say it. They had a problem with me saying allegedly. So learn your lesson, ya Oompa Loompas. That's how it's done. Second thing, you think I don't have receipts? Then you're dumber than I thought. You're dumber than I thought you were dumb, but I didn't think you were that dumb. But apparently you are. Because you see, my dear, you think you claim to know me, you throw shade at me on Reddit, be my guest. But if you do actually your research, you would have known that the receipts were on my channel since years. Yeah, since years. Years ago, I did a video together with Mahora. And that video is still online, so if you idiots had half a brain cell before you made your stupid Reddit video to actually go and check out what I'm talking about, you would have spared yourself the embarrassment. Okay? So, I should come prepared with receipts? How about you come with half a brain cell more in your head before you make a moronic video like that? And do your research, baby, before you try throwing shade at me. As for the Fragrantica owners being allegedly homophobe, how do we know? Look it up, bitch. Did I do a good Madonna impersonation? So now on a serious note, Mahora was so generous to spare me some of his time a couple of years ago. Mahora, by the way, also has a wonderful perfume YouTube channel. He's not very active on it. He's a very, 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 very busy queen. But when he reviews, he delivers, okay? So go check him out on YouTube. Mahora, what's your name at the moment on YouTube? Is it Ho the Toilet or O the Toilet? So anyway, he called in because he had personal experience being a member of Fragrantica, having as a openly, I can say this because he's publicly openly gay and proudly so. He said when he raised awareness on that platform, not just about homophobia, but also about racism, and in particular, Romani and Roma people. And I'm going to say this, I know it's offensive to a lot of Roma people to say the word gypsy, but just for those of you who don't know what Roma or Romani means, some do not like the word, it's a slur. Some Roma people are fine with the word gypsy. But just to let you know, that's Romani people. So he had issues on Fragrantica of his comments being deleted when he was calling people out for being homophobe. But then the homophobe comments and the racist comments targeted towards him, those were not deleted from Fragrantica. But the comments that he left to fight back and to call people out for being homophobe, those were deleted. Those comments were deleted. By who? By the moderators. Now, here's the thing. So you, on Reddit, you, perfume baboons, you're going to really start a war with me? You're going to call out a gay man, part of a minority, when I call out somebody for being homophobe, and I'm the problem? Are you really want to start that war with me? You really want to do that? Because are you sure you want to do that? Because we can do that. But just be prepared, okay? Because the stuff you delivered on Reddit, that's how you lose the war. Okay. Now, so I wanted Mahora to call in and talk to me about that, but he's feeling really ill at the moment, so I'm not going to push him and force him to, talk. His voice is not so strong at the moment, but he's in the chat. So if anybody from those baboons that did this are watching now again and claim that I'm inventing the name Mahora, he's in the chats right now. He exists. He's a dear friend of mine. He's in the chats. Okay, you can scroll through the chats and you can see there's proof. He has the receipts. We did a video together several years ago on my channel, which the video is still on my channel. You can hear him talking to me in that video. It's from a couple of years ago. So the receipts, honey, have been marinating publicly since years on my channel. So don't you dare tell me that I don't come with receipts. How dare I throw certain allegations in the air without having receipts? Oh, those are heavy allegations you're throwing around, Dacob. I'm a gay man. Proudly gay man. When I say something like that, it's because there's a reason. And I take these things very seriously, extremely seriously. Now, how come you're so quick to call out a gay man for calling out homophobia, alleged homophobia, but you never call out the perpetrators? You never call out the majority, the haters, the actual homophobes. No, they're allowed to do whatever they do. But when we call out the homophobia, we are attacked. How dare we speak up? This is what's happening here. This is what's happening here. Mahora says in the chats, everyone knows the owners are extreme right-wing and they make it very obvious, allegedly. There you go. Thank you, Mahora. That was in the chat, because I think that the people who make these videos are so stupid that they're not even going to know how to look through the live chats. So let me make it easy for the single-digit IQ brain cells out there. Here, I took a photo. Yeah. Here's the text. Read it. Read the chat. Mahora says, everyone knows the owners are extreme right wing and they make it very obvious, allegedly. Okay. There you go. Can we make it any more simple for the idiots in the last row? Should we slow it down for you even more? So that next time when you make a video on Reddit, maybe you will do a little bit better? Actually, quite frankly, I'm surprised that you're even capable of such technical savvy, because it takes a couple of steps to actually take down a video, re-edit it, and then upload it to Reddit. I'm actually surprised you were capable of doing so much. Now, Mahora says, literally just go to the comment section on the rage bait posts the owner Yelena posts and read for yourself, says Mahora. There you go. Well, apparently, you see, I know these people know this, but they're coming for a gay man. They're trying to disseminate on the internet information that discredits the voices of gay people, making us sound like we're crazy, like we're the ones who are making the mistake, like we are calling out something that doesn't exist. You see, that's the insipid behavioral pattern of these assholes. That's what they're trying to do. And they constantly keep trying to do this. Constantly. And they haven't done it just to me. They've done it to others as well. Coincidentally, also gay content creators, that they've done it to. And coincidentally, I also know a couple of you behind that name. All right. Let's move on. Mahora says, they're extremists, period. Dacob is just pointing out the obvious. Thank you, Mahora. I'm just reading the comment here. But that's why, sweetie, that's why I wanted to call you. But don't worry. I've managed now without calling you, so you don't have to strain your vocal cords because you are still recovering. And hi, Droogs. How's it going, sweetie? That sick and pathetic Dacob, I got you back, man. Thank you. Very, very kind of you. Thank you. Sorry, I know that somebody... Oh, Droogs gifted 10 memberships. Play that lovely elevator music, baby. Let's do this. Lundfari was gifted a membership by Droogs. And can we do... Let me check if we have to restart the... confetti. I'm just restarting the confetti. Hold on, you guys. There you go. Jen O was gifted a membership by Droogs. Inga T was gifted a membership by Droogs. Victor was gifted a membership by Droogs. Miss Jelly was gifted a membership by Droogs. Deity Delgado was gifted a membership by Droogs. Nat CNN was gifted a membership by Droogs. Tammy Moy was gifted a membership by Droogs. And then we got Blondie was gifted a membership by Droogs. Chunky Shoes UK was gifted a membership by Droogs. Thank you so much, Droogs. Very, very generous and kind of you. And welcome to all the new 10 Tier 1 members. Start using your exclusive emojis now. And don't forget that every first Saturday of the month, Saturday or Sunday at this point, we're streaming whenever we can. There's an exclusive pre-show live stream also open to Tier 1 members and Tier 1 patrons. All the other weekends, the pre-shows are for Tier 2 members and Tier 2 patrons. Thank you, Droogs. Thank you so much. So, hi, Cecilia Brown, Inga T, Polly S. Non-critical thinker says Gloria Thenos, right? Droogs says, haha, hugs and happy vibes all. I gotta go break down these trailers and hit the road. Your trucker buddy got your bags by now. Bye, sweetie. Be safe on the road, okay? Don't get into any, shenanigans, darling. Don't do anything we wouldn't do, which is basically we would do almost everything because we hoes. But keep it safe. There's very, honey, there's very little we wouldn't do. Given the right circumstances, the right sitch, the right circumstances, is very little we would say no to. So there's that. But then we also know how to keep it safe, how to keep it perky, dainty. Now, okay, we got some topics for you. This is so funny. Louis Vuitton. Now, let's film this topic because this one, I gotta say, it was to be expected. It was to be expected. We kind of saw this coming, you guys, since a year and a half already. We saw this coming. The writing was on the wall. Now the writing is in the stocks and the money. Cecilia says, I was in Harrods yesterday, not even one customer in Chanel while Hermes was so busy. Good, as it should be. Because quite frankly, why would you want to spend your money buying their clothes at the moment or their bags? Why? Why would anyone want to do that? But let's do this is funny. This is funny. Okay. Hit it, Bubbles. The end of luxury. Hi, everybody. Dacob here. Welcome back to my channel. Louis Vuitton, or better even, their mother-father company, LVMH, has just released its third quarter earnings for 2024. Are they bad? Or worse than we expected? Let's find out together. First, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Push the join button to become a member today and gain access to extra perks. Push the notification bell to get notified every time I post a new video. And you can also check me out on Patreon, Super Dacob, all spelled together there as well. Thank you to everybody who has already pledged. This video is being filmed live in front of a live virtual audience. I live stream several times a week. Come join the fun in the chats. Hello to my co-chatters on the sidebar. Everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. And Le Monde is reporting. We have trouble in paradise if luxury spending is your paradise, of course. And if you do have a love relationship or an addictive relationship with luxury shopping, then we got trouble in gay old paradise, baby. And here, listen to this. Luxury giant LVMH experiences unprecedented drop in sales. Aw, bless. Faced with a depressed luxury goods market, the sector's global leader has published a fall in revenue for the first time since 2020. Cost-cutting measures are already underway. And this is where things get interesting. Cost-cutting measures. Finally, Louis Vuitton is officially talking about cost-cutting measures when in the past they were ignoring it completely. Of course, we, the customer, have seen and experienced on our own skins their cost-cutting measures. They didn't say that they were cutting costs back in the day, but I remember during the pandemic while we were buying their, leather goods, small leather goods, it was like, why is the canvas, why does it have a hole where there shouldn't be a hole? Why is the vaqueta leather porous when it should be all compact? Why is one handle looking like this, the other like that, if it's two handles of the same bag? Like I noticed, I had to return products that the quality was not there anymore. But they keep upping the prices. They kept upping the prices. Every couple of months, they kept upping the prices. I'm like, so why are we paying more and more and more for less and less and less? So we saw the writing on the wall. We saw this luxury recession coming. They were greedy enough to not want to do anything about it. They thought, as long as these suckers keep shelling out all the coin, we're going to milk them for whatever they're worth. Lose us while we're going to laugh our ways to the bank. And that's what they kept doing for years and years and years. Now, we have tightened the belt. We have zipped up our wallets. We have clipped them closed, and we're done. We're done. They're still not telling us that, oopsie, their fault. No, now they're looking for other excuses. They're saying that a lot of the reasons why sales have dropped is because, it's not our fault. No, it's China's fault. I'm like, when is the Occidental world going to finally stop blaming China for everything? I don't think that's fair on China, and I don't think that's fair on Chinese people. And I think Chinese people in China deserves much better than to be constantly treated like, like a shithole and like, cheap labor, cheap quality products. They're manufacturing plastics and cheap stuff for us that we sell expensive in the first world countries, in the Occidental world. But then we're also going to milk them for whatever it's worth because we're going to sell back those luxury products that they made for us. We're going to sell it back to them with our European logos and European brands for a markup, and we're going to get rich off of them. I mean, justly so. The Chinese people are like, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. How dumb do you think we really are? Because you guys, this is the story. I mean, the narrative that they're trying to portray, that LVMH is trying to portray, is literally saying, it's not our fault that sales are dropped. The problem is the Chinese government isn't really pushing through the stimulus. The project, the stimulus that they had for the economy, to pep up the economy. They promised that they're going to go through with the stimulus thing so that the Chinese folk would buy again, but they didn't go through with it. So that's why our sales are, no, honey, your sales are not dropping because how dare the Chinese not buy your stupid product? No, your sales are dropping because you're a greedy mofo who keeps upping prices, keeps reducing quality, allegedly. And here you are. And here you are. And you still can't take accountability. You still don't want to take accountability for your own shortcomings. Instead, now you're blaming an entire country for your shortcomings, for your greed. Because that's what I read between the lines. That's why we have the end of luxury. Call a freaking spade a spade. I'm so sick and tired of these CEOs because we're going to get to it. I have 2 articles here that talk about the same shit. We're going to get to these Oompa Loompas from these companies, giving interviews, being quoted for saying, no, because we're still going to run things our way. We're still going to do this way because we know how it's done. And and the Chinese people will, start reasoning again and they're going to start spending again. I'm like, if I was Chinese and I found out all of this is going on, oh, the hell would I ever buy from these brands again? Because I would not only feel scammed, but I would also feel as if they are mocking me, bullying me, not just scamming me, but laughing in my face, brainwashing me to think that their products are better than me, that their products are better than my culture, that their products are better than anything I could ever come up with or manufacture on my own or within my country with other manufacturers from my country. When in reality, all of those European brands, most of them are actually manufacturing in my country, if I were Chinese, but are then stitching the last button in Italy or in France and calling it made in France or made in Italy, and then exporting it into China for an upcharge and selling it to me as if it were made in Europe and as if I have to feel obliged to pay a markup because obviously the brand name is what's worth it. No, it's not worth it. Since August, Louis Vuitton subcontractors have also been anticipating the fall. Now, first of all, workers at Louis Vuitton workshops are in no way surprised by LVMH's third quarter setback. For weeks, handbags have been piling up in our warehouses without being shipped. And management is forcing us to take our vacations right now to reduce production, said a concerned staff representative at one of the 18 French factories of the LVMH Group's flagship brand. Since August, Louis Vuitton's subcontractors have also been anticipating it. Several experienced a drastic reduction in the number of hours the manufacturer buys from them to produce its models. At one of these subcontractor factories, the Louis Vuitton contract reduced drastically in just a few months. They used to, so they calculated for 2024, they buy hours for the subcontractors, factories. They calculated 400,000 to 450,000 hours that they would purchase from the subcontractor factories in 2024. Now, those 400,000 to 450,000 hours have been reduced to 350 to 390,000. So we dropped from 400 to 350, basically. That's a lot of hours less. That's a lot of people without work. So, according to Le Monde, these are the numbers according to Le Monde, sales of handbags and leather goods from which Louis Vuitton derives around 75% of its turnover are stalling. These rare measures respond to an exceptional situation. For the first time since the COVID-19 crisis, global sales for the luxury goods group, the world's number one in the sector, fell by 3% in the third quarter of 2024, following weak gains of 1% in the second quarter and 3% in the first quarter, according to data released by the group on Tuesday, October 15th. These figures fall short of the quarterly forecasts set by financial analysts, with most expecting stable business or even slight growth, and instead we had a fall of 3%. And they're also analyzing that it's not going to be a short crisis. They say, in the eyes of the financial markets, the health of the fashion and leather goods division is probably the most worrying. Louis Vuitton, Dior, and Celine are key brands to LVMH, generating almost half of LVMH's global sales, accounting for 86.2 billion euro in 2023 and 3/4 of its operating income. Yet in the third quarter of 2024, sales in this division fell by 5%, after increases of 1% and 2% respectively in the second and first quarters. So they increased by 2% in the first quarter of 2024. Then they increased by 1% in the second quarter of 2024. In the third quarter, there's no increase. They fell by 5%. Now, another article, Forbes, talks about LVMH revenue falling, sparking fears of a luxury market recession. They're actually saying that back in 2008/2009, the recession years, luxury did not fall this deep. It was terrible for luxury, but it wasn't as bad as it is now. And also don't forget that back in 2008, Louis Vuitton, or LVMH, was a fraction of the size it is today. So for them to, let's say, fall 1% in 2008 is not a multi-billion loss like it is to fall 5% in 2024, because the company's much larger, much larger now. Now, so you see, this is a big problem. Quarterly decline in the sales of LVMH's fashion and leather goods division is just too big to ignore, says Professor Balossini Volpe at ISTUD. Sounds like an STD, honey. But no, it's a university. Especially since the segment eked out only at 1% uptick through the first half of the year. Now, the F&LG leather goods, fashion and leather goods segment includes such industry-leading fashion brands as Louis Vuitton, Christian Dior, Celine, Loewe, Givenchy, Fendi, Marc Jacobs, Loro Piana, and others. The chief financial officer of LVMH, or Louis Vuitton, Jean-Jacques Guionni, described results as a cyclical downturn. Here's where Guionni starts telling us this is normal, don't worry about it. I'm like, Guionni, I just think you don't want to get fired. So you're trying to make this all sound all perky and still good and everything is fine because you don't want your shareholders to start dumping the stock, the LVMH stock, because ain't nobody want stock that's losing percentage. That's what I think is going on here, allegedly. So Guillaume is pointing to a 16% pullback in Asia, again, excluding Japan, its largest market. Blame it all on China, of course. Yet the US, its second largest market, flatlined in the third quarter. Together, Asia and the US account for 54% of revenues, Asia 29%, and US 25%. As the market share leader, LVMH is a bellwether for what's happening across the broader personal luxury goods market. And since its fashion leather goods and two leading markets set the pace for LVMH's group performance, LVMH's results are an early warning that the luxury market may be headed for a fall. We've been talking about the fall of the luxury market since what, over a year now on my channel? We call it the end of luxury. And people were laughing at me when I started talking about it. Oh, Dacob, what do you know? Now Le Monde and Forbes magazine are writing about it. Cheers. Interesting, isn't it? LVMH's results are an early warning that the luxury market may be headed for a fall as bad or potentially worse than what happened in the 2008-2009 Great Recession, when the personal luxury goods market declined 8% according to Bain. It is now very likely that the personal luxury goods market as a whole will post negative growth, likely even throughout 2025, Bolsini Volpe predicts. The luxury sector continues to experience recessionary pressures as we monitor consumer confidence, TD Cowen reported in an LVMH earnings update, adding, it foresees further demand deterioration, particularly in China. In the recession year, LVMH slid by only 1% drop in revenues from 2008 to 2009, but it was a very different company back then, less than a quarter of its current size. And the fashion and leather goods accounted for just slightly more than 1/3 of group revenues. Yet, its fashion and leather goods business stayed strong throughout the recession, growing 5% that year. Through the recession of 2008-2009, Louis Vuitton's fashion and leather goods grew by 5%. Now, they fell. Total of 3%, but I think they just mentioned 7 or 5% just for fashion and leather goods. It's worse than during the recession for them at the moment. Now TD Cowen warns a decline in the business is unfortunately uncharted territory. Of course, because it hasn't happened before. Unprecedented. Exciting. New times up ahead. This discretionary recession is different in that LVMH's seeming impact across wines and spirits, watches and jewelry, and fashion and leather goods all across the boards. They're selling less champagne, honey. They're selling less of everything. In the third quarter, wines and spirits were off 7%, and watches and jewelry down 4%. And while the company held up perfumes and cosmetics and selective retailing like Sephora, Le Bon Marché, Rive Gauche, La Samaritaine as strong performers, up 3% and 2% respectively in third quarter, both have experienced a sequential slowdown in growth this year, suggesting that a continued pullback may be ahead for the fragrant and beauty segments as well. Then there's a Bernstein luxury goods analyst called Luca Solca, who gave a sobering assessment of where LVMH, once the industry's shining star, stands now. Luca Solca says, we see LVMH as the weakest among the quality names. This is a Bernstein luxury goods analyst, Luca Solca, literally saying that they see LVMH as the weakest among the quality names. He goes on to say, we believe Richemont will be better and Hermès will be the best. That's all you need to know. But It goes on. China in the crosshairs. Now, China is a big question mark for the luxury goods market in general, and LVMH specifically. The Chinese economy is sputtering, and the government is working on a stimulus package to boost the economy. Guignoni from LVMH tried to put a positive spin on the news out of China during the earnings call. Let's see how LVMH is spinning. Let's see how they spin the spindle. Against this backdrop, he says, it is not particularly surprising to see softer demand for luxury goods, particularly considering where we were still growing double digit in the second half of last year. So first he starts by saying, hey, we did great last year. I'm like, okay, I don't care. I got your stock this year. I don't care about your last. I don't care. Tell me what's wrong now. However, the strength of Chinese demand in the first half of the year provides recent evidence of the enduring appetite of the Chinese customer for luxury. Chinese people who might be watching my channel, listen to what LVMH is saying. They are treating you as cattle, animals. Okay? They're talking about your appetite for luxury. Satiated, unsatiated. As if you are working on instinct alone, as if you are not human, as if you do not have the capability to restrain yourself, to understand what is going on. They consider you, if you read between the lines here, I can only say allegedly, as hungry, individual-less creatures that should be milked for whatever they're worth and not considered with any form of dignity. And you, Chinese people, still want to buy these luxury brands, knowing what you are to them, what you truly are to them? However, the data challenges the claim of strength in China in the first half of the year, with Asia, excluding Japan, off minus 6% in first quarter and minus 14% in second. And Guignoni forthrightly said, most of our markets currently face economic challenges, including mainland China. TD Cowen is alarmed by the marked deceleration in the business among Chinese consumers. It figures that China accounted for upwards of 50% of the company's growth pre-COVID, and the fashion and luxury goods segment is particularly dependent on China, with TD Cowen estimating Asia, excluding Japan, makes up about 40% of revenues in that segment, with the majority of that mix based in Greater China. Mainland China and Asia combined were the world's leading personal luxury goods markets last year, $61 billion in China and $60 billion in Asia, according to Bain. Continued weakness there could have profound impact on LVMH and the personal luxury goods market overall. And here I have some news for all the other consumers in Europe and America. You might have experienced in the past years a sort of snobism towards you. I know I have. I mean, in Europe and in America, the sales associates at Louis Vuitton, when they know that you're from Europe or from America, they kind of ignore you because you didn't bring in the big money, you see, but they would get money hungry. Their eyes light up when they see any Asian customer enter, particularly if the Asian customer is Chinese. Then they would go all out on them like a pack of hungry wolves. Now that China is no longer buying, you might notice how some of these sales associates, if not all of them, start writing you again out of the blue. You might start receiving nice emails, pleasant phone calls, little WhatsApp messages telling you, hey, we miss you. Would you like to come back? We would like to present the collection to you. I have a little goodie for you, a little extra something just for you because you're such a valued customer. I'm like, wait, hold on. Pardon me, guys. Sorry. You wouldn't even shit on me last year Now you're all nice to me? I haven't bought anything in half a year. Why are you so nice to me all of a sudden? You're desperate. Right. So now I'm good enough to be milked. Now that you lost your Chinese customers. So here's something I gotta say also to all my viewers who are from Europe or the Americas. Be careful, because you're just a number to them as well. Now they're gonna try to get your money, milk you for whatever you're worth, until they get another market that gives them more money, then they're gonna start ignoring you again, mistreating you again. Tale as old as time. Are we gonna fall for it over and over and over again? We'll see. We'll see. Slowing Chinese growth has a cascading effect across the entire globe. Nick Marro, a Hong Kong-based lead analyst for global trade with the Economist Intelligence Unit, EIU, shared with South China Morning Post. The prolonged period of demand weakness that we've seen in China has already been acting as a net drag on global activity. Now, the weakening fashion and leather goods. As troubling as China is right now, LVMH's results in fashion and leather goods may be more significant for the company and what it signals for the luxury market at large. Leather goods, $88 billion. Apparel, $81 billion. And shoes, $30 billion. Made up 53% of the personal luxury market combined in 2023. And a sizable share of the market's overall 4% growth last year was credited to price increases rather than demand growth. We've seen this in another video of mine. And here you have the explanation why certain price increases seem to be more aggressive than others. They were not just being greedy and planning to earn more and more profit off of us, but they were aware of the fact that things were going to slow down. So they're countering the lower sales by upping the prices. So in some cases, they're upping the price because they think they can and they want to make more revenue. But in other cases, in other instances, the price increases are there to counter smaller sales, lesser sales, so that they can it's a way to legally trick the numbers, you see. So you sold 100 bags last year. This year you sold only 70. You sold 30 bags less than last year. How do we compensate for that loss? We up the prices of the bags so that the higher price covers for the loss that we have garnered, or rather lost. That's also a reason why you do price increases, to make the shareholders feel as if though their investment in buying your stock was worth it because you can still report to them positive growth. But the problem is that positive growth isn't real growth because you, behind the scenes, you're selling less and less, but you're just pushing your prices up and up to compensate for the less and less sales made, and you're just hoping that the customers are still going to be stupid enough to accept price increases without any bettering of quality, rather the opposite. And then they talk in this article also about how Guioni says, we're working also on reinventing ourselves, like advancing technology. I'm like, how are you advancing technology if you're letting even less people work in the factories because you're not selling anymore? So they're talking about the reversible Neverfull. And then the article throws shade at them and says the Neverfull, people in the know were reversing their Neverfull years ago. And now you're trying to sell the reversible Neverfull to us as if it were a new thing? Again, that's a scam. Allegedly. You know what I mean? You're trying to make people believe you did something new, when in reality you did nothing new. But you're making it sound like you did something new. Like, look, we're working so much on innovation. Oh, excuse you. Innovation where? Reversible bags have been around for over 100 years, first of all. Second of all, ain't nobody got time for reversible anything. That's the stupidest idea fashion has ever had. And fashion has had some stupid ideas. But reversible bags, reversible jackets, nobody reverses them. Maybe somebody does. I never do. I have a couple of those reversible things when I worked in fashion, and they give them to you and you have to wear it either, to promote it or this or that. You choose the side you like the most, and that's the side you keep. You don't reverse it. You don't reverse a bag. You don't reverse a jacket. It's just a gimmicky, bullshitty thing to be able to say it costs more because it's reversible. But you know that nobody's going to reverse that freaking bag. Everybody's going to wear it just on one side. Come on. Please. Seriously. Nonetheless, Gioni defended the company's price hikes. Yes, the LVMH worker defended their price hikes, said, all the players have done the same. And now he's using that shtick. We're not the only ones. You know, it's like stupid, like bully kids at school, you know, when the teacher calls them out, like, hey, stop. Like, Timmy, stop hitting Jennifer. And then Timmy says, yeah, but Billy also hit her. And like that, no, that's no excuse for why you are hitting Jennifer. Why are you hitting Jennifer? Because Billy also did it, so it's not just my fault. You see how stupid that is? All players have done the same. All players, says Gioni. And I'd say that with this in mind, do you really think that if we had not increased prices the way we've done, we would be faring double digit today? I really don't think so. He's literally saying, yeah, duh, we increased prices. You think we would have done like profits if we didn't increase them? So that's why we did it. Yeah, we understand why you did it. But the fact that you're explaining this to us as if like, how dare we even ask you? Because of course you did it and it's good that you did it. This is not good. You did what you did out of greed. Stop finding excuses to make it sound like what you did was okay. It wasn't okay. It wasn't okay. You might think, Mr. Gioni, that you live in a world that only works according to numbers. And it's all about the numbers. And as long as you're doing something legal, you're good. But here's what you forgot in your little calculation here, Mr. Gioni. The problem is, some of us people still have morals. And I know what is moral isn't always legal and vice versa. Yeah, I know that. I'm very well aware of that. And I also know that money doesn't work according to morals. Money is money. It doesn't have feelings. It doesn't have empathy. It doesn't have emotions. But here's the thing. You are not selling your product to emotionless entities. You are selling your product to a lot of clients who actually have morals, who have emotions, who have empathy, who have feelings, who have a brain, who have intellect. And a lot of those customers realize what you're doing. And so while I am just a number to you, I am also a number who happens to have a wallet with money in it. And if you're going to play me like I'm just a number, then you're not going to get my money. And if I don't give you my money, you're going to keep losing money. So you either change the tone of your music, change the rhetoric, and you start understanding that not everything is just a number. Then maybe we can talk. And then maybe you can get the customer back. Because it's fine that you do your little conversations to your shareholders, that you make it all sound like numbers and everything, it's very clinical. Human beings are not clinical. Human beings are not numbers. Okay? You don't own us. You can't talk to us customers as if we were your employees. I don't work for you. So you cannot talk to me that way. You should not talk that way to your workers either. But that's a whole other can of worms. But you most certainly cannot talk to me that way. And if I sniff out that you're treating me like a number, honey, you treat me like a number, you're not going to get my numbers. My numbers mean money. It's that simple. Yet 14% growth in fashion and leather goods last year went to minus 5% in the third quarter this year. Yes, this year, fashion and leather goods was up against high comparables from last year, but in third quarter, they weren't nearly as high as they had been in the first half of 2023, 20% versus 9% in third quarter of 2023. So fashion leather goods slowdown was already taking hold in the second half of last year, but they covered it up by increasing prices. Covered it up just a little bit. When customers realized that the same bag, here we get to the gist, and look, this is not Guioni talking. Now we have a professor of the School of Economy, Balosini Volpe, saying, when customers realize that the same bag doubled in price in less than 5 years with no explanation but greed, and at the same time they hear about subcontractors using underpaid illegal workers, looking at you, Dior, LVMH owned company Dior, they feel angry and fooled. Their sense of trust is broken, observed Volpini. I've been saying this since years. Here you have it, a professor also stating the same. And he's talking from a perspective of a human. He's saying trust is broken. That's a human condition. That's a moral condition. That's a human and moral condition, and those conditions do not apply for the mathematical equations of business and money that Guioni is talking about in his report for LVMH. Guioni said that the current decline in the fashion and leather goods segment is more demand-driven than offer-driven. However, to Balosini Volpe's point, luxury consumers' demand can be cooled by a lack of trust and what they perceive as an unjustified offer. Very well said. Going forward, Guioni indicated the company sees no reason for changing course. Rather, it will continue to do what it does best: luxury. The audacity of LVMH saying that no, it doesn't matter the fact that we're losing sale, I don't care. He says the audacity, the arrogance to say we're not going to change course. We're going to keep up with the price increases. We're going to keep up exponentially growing because we're going to do what we do best, luxury. The audacity. You're that arrogant. You really think that we, the consumer, are all going to continue thinking that what you're making is luxury? Honey, right now it's as trash as H&M. To me, in my opinion only. The offer in luxury has been the key strength over the years. I'm not saying that we neglect the pressure that we get from demand, but not necessarily with a view to change entirely the offer with a very short-term view, says Guioni. We will keep on the idea that we should stay faithful to what has been the recipe of our success over the years. No, you're not keeping up with the recipe that has been the success over the years for your company. The success of your company, first of all, were your travel leather goods for Louis Vuitton, which you're neglecting completely because you're pushing fashion now, because you're trying to push the expensive version of said leather goods, which were, mostly canvas pieces. You're discontinuing the canvas pieces because you think that they're too cheap. You want to raise yourself to the standard of Hermes, of Chanel pricing, which is ridiculous. You create canvas and some leather. But you don't want to do that anymore. No, now you want to be perceived differently. Well, that's your first mistake. So it's a lie. Okay, you're not keeping up with doing, like Guioni says, the stuff, your recipe for success. Your success was in good quality, sturdy, long-lasting travel luxury items and accessories. That's what you're famous for. That's your recipe for success. But you're changing that recipe, and you think you can get away with it because younger generations don't know what your original success was all about. Despite the downward turn in business, Guioni emphatically stated, we don't intend to change our strategy. Instead, the company will double down on innovation to overcome what he sees as part of a normal business cycle. So to him, it's like same old, same old. Business as usual. Yeah, we're going down now. Tomorrow we're going to go up again. He says one of the past quarter's successful innovations called out in the earnings call is the Neverfull Inside Out bag, launched in partnership with actress Sophie Turner. And I spoke about that earlier. I mean, come on, it's a joke, right? However, it's really no innovation at all, says the article, because fashionistas have known for years that by turning the Neverfull tote bag inside out, they could stand out among the crowds, carrying the ubiquitous handbag with the logo side out. LVMH did not provide a comment or a picture of the Neverfull inside out bag to illustrate the story. Whether the luxury market is simply going through the down phase, or of a normal business cycle, or on the precipice of a much deeper throw, LVMH needs more significant innovations in its quiver. Guioni says, so our business, as I said many times, is not to forecast our business, but to adapt. And this is what we are trying to do. We've been through ups and downs. The only thing we know that when the business is bad, usually it's good thereafter. So he's saying, well, we'll wing it. We will wing this. This is nothing for us. Yeah, I can see how you can be so arrogant to say this is nothing for you because you still are a multi-billion-dollar company, which means you can still survive quite a few shots and quite a few setbacks and still continue, making billions. But what happens when your stockholders all just start dumping their stock? Probably what's going to happen is Bernard Arnault is going to buy the stock just to maintain face. If he buys back all his stock, you can manipulate the stock market like that. Everybody's dumping their stock for $1.25. You're going to buy it all up. You're going to gobble it all up to kind of preserve face. I mean, this is just a speculation of mine, obviously, everything alleged. But either way, there's enough money in that company. And also, Bernard Arnault has enough money to, withstand certain setbacks such as this one. But don't forget, they're still analyzing and speculating that by, through the end of 2025, things are going to start looking much better again. Now, that's where I think they might be making a big mistake. I don't think things are going to change that quickly. And especially, I don't think things are going to change if they keep acting so greedy, stubborn. Oh, we're not going to go down in price. In the meanwhile, Louis Vuitton suitcases are popping up at Costco. It's happened in the past. That's actually nothing new. But I wonder, are we going to see more and more Louis Vuitton stuff at Costco? And are we going to start seeing Louis Vuitton also at TJ Maxx? They're making more and more stuff, aren't they? But they're not selling. So where is all this inventory going to? France doesn't allow you to destroy surplus of product. What are they going to do? And you think I'm crazy that it's not on Costco? That there's no suitcase at Costco? Well, trust you me, there is. Let me show you a picture. Here you go. This was from Reddit. Whee! Surprise, surprise. This is the wrong one. Let me show you the next one. It's not working. Okay, we're going to have to cut here. Okay, we're going to cut here and then I'm going to start talking again. This is the picture from Reddit user. I'm going to tell you right now. Lambda Boy X. Lambda Boy X has photographed this at Costco in the US for $2,999.99. Okay, $3,000 plus tax. You get the Horizon suitcase. Interesting that on the Louis website, this same suitcase is $3,400. So you're you're paying $400 less, more or less, okay? Give or take a nickel. $3,000 at Costco. Boy, that really does something to your image, doesn't it, Louis Vuitton? Anyway, you guys, it's the end of luxury. Let me know your thoughts down below. Subscribe, thumb up this video if you've enjoyed it. and spread the love, spread the joy. Everything I said in this video was alleged. Take care. Subscribe. And Diana said, I just saw pre-owned Hermes bags at the Bloomingdale's website. The prices are very high. But that's pre-owned. This is not pre-owned. At Costco, it was new. Cecilia says, great topic, Dacob. Thank you so much, Cecilia. Very kind of you. Thank you. Hi, Polo One. LVMH just started an employee shareholding plan. Interesting timing. Not a coincidence. Hi, Rich Mitch. How's it going, sweetie? Deborah C. We got over 200 people watching. We got 96 likes only. Can we get those thumbs rolling? Thumb up the live stream, you guys. I'm working my butt off to deliver the news to you. It doesn't cost you anything to thumb up the live stream. Thank you so much. Adriana says, oh, sorry, I just read that one. Grace Loves Fashion says, Hermes Pre-Loved can be higher in store, for sure. Christian Dulguero says, Louis Vuitton at Costco, haha. Armen Barcia said, you have a great sense of humor. Thank you, Armen. Very kind of you. Angie says, great delivery, Dacob. Thank you, Angie. Thank you, thank you. Adriana says, there was an exotic for 70K. Oh, fabulous. Sasha says, I know I thumb up on entering. Thank you, Sasha. Very kind of you. Witch Mitch. Thank you so much, Witch Mitch.
Mitch donated $6. Hello. Male sign.
Hey, Witch Mitch. So I get it's Rich Mitch, you guys. Witch Mitch. All right. So should I put you in the house as Witch Mitch? Let me do that. And then I guess we're gonna give you well, if you're the Witch Mitch, we're gonna give you a little broomstick so the witch can fly. Super cute. Okay, Witch Mitch is moving into the bunker, baby. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, this was a difficult topic, and it's a little bit long. I hope that, when I post a video that it's going to get views, because people get scared if it's too long. But it's important to make these videos longer because we have to explain the technicalities of business, of fashion, and the commerce, and the strategies, and how brand marketing works. All of this takes time to explain, you understand? But once it clicks, and once you understood, then they can play less games with our minds because we know what's going down. Witch Mitch moves into the bunker with the broom together with Terry, Haunted Chicken McNugget. Speaking of Chicken McNuggets, oh my God, I so want a Chicken McNugget. Yeah, Costco is a warehouse type of store. Yeah, make sure it's a sturdy broomstick because Witch Mitch be thick, honey. Oh, honey, this is a magical broomstick. The cool thing about it is it's so skinny, but it holds a ton. So it makes you look more dainty when you're on it. You see what I'm saying? If you wish to move in to the haunted bunker, if you wish to move in together with Witch Mitch and Terry, just scan the tip down here or follow the link at the top of the chats. Thank you guys so much. And I have only recently delved into the world of luxury, says Corina. Are year-on-year price increase relatively new, or have brands been doing this for years? Stuff increases all the time. Yes, prices increase all the time, but it's how often things increase and the aggressive increasing tactics and the percentages in which they go up. That has not happened in the past. That's a relatively new trend, relatively young trend that has been going on heavily during the pandemic and post-pandemic, but it has already begun prior to the pandemic. Round about the year 2009, 2010 is when aggressively things started shifting more and more and more. And now they're extremely high. Not all brands were that aggressive. In fact, the brands that showed less greed and more attention to quality are the brands that are now still growing. Hermes. Hermes did not aggressively increase their prices like Chanel did, or like LVMH did for Louis Vuitton, Dior, and company. That's why the customers of Hermes are still more fond of Hermes today, because they realize Hermes hasn't upped drastically production, downscaling quality, but it has, so it maintained relatively sturdy the quality, but it, without upping too much production, but also without upping too much the prices. Hermes is one of the luxury houses that has increased prices the least amount throughout these past 3 to 4 years. Okay, Chanel being almost the most aggressive one, but the most aggressive one to have increased their prices the most was Dior. Believe it or not. I was shocked when I saw the numbers. It was Dior. There you go. They always increase, but especially since seed time, it went totally out of control. Oh yeah, the candy cane, yes. Droogs! Oh man, thank you so much, Droogs.
Donated $100.
Very generous.
Helping keep the lights on in the bunker.
Oh honey, don't we know it? Let me tell you, that's another price increase that just happened. Rent went up and the electricity bill. So Droogs, this is really very helpful. Thank you so much, because you guys know, the more I stream, the more energy I consume because of all the lights. And technically, we could turn the lights off. You don't want to see this mug without perfect lighting. No, you do not want to see me when the lights are not purdy. It's not a, I mean, you could, but I would have to wear a mask. Okay, so Droogs, let me add Droogs to the fashion bunker. Any wishes for the haunted, yeah, I don't know, you know what I mean, like a broomstick, candy corn, like any little Halloween item you would like to have next to your name? Hi, Natadida. How's it going, sweetie? Halloween environmental special in the dark? Could you imagine, Sasha? Yeah, me with a mask. Oh, unsolicited opinions by Yella. Thank you. You're pretty in our eyes, Dacob. Oh, that's so, thank you. Very, very sweet of you. Thank you. Armin says, I mean, Dior's latest stuff is lame. Maria Grazia Curie, Dior is awful. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, but they increased also their bag prices dramatically. But I agree with you. Terrible. Terrible. Oh, Gloria Athena, stop it. Gloria says, don't believe Dacob, you handsome cult leader. Wait, Droogs. Which creature? Okay, so I'm going to give you, your brilliance is generous. Oh my, Droogs, you're too kind. So should we do, should we do a candy corn? Wait, who said gravestone? Audrey, my beauty's not dazzling. You're very kind. I'm a lone wolf trucker. Okay, so we're going to do a wolf, a little werewolf, trucker werewolf. Okay, I can do that. Yeah. I'm going to, oh yeah, Droogs. Yeah, I can do you a wolf. I mean, let me try to draw one. I don't know if it's going to look good. I'll do you a wolf. It might not look like a wolf, but let me try. I mean, I did my best, you guys. Okay. It's you be the judges. It's a wolf. Does it look like a cat? Maybe. Droogs and the wolf. What do you think? I think it's okay. It has a very long tail. Sasha says that's good. I think it's cute, right? Yeah, Droogs. Oh, nailed it. Ah, thank you. Thank you so much, guys. Look at that. Terry got the chicken nugget. Droogs got the wolf. Witch Mitch got the broom. Oh, we're moving on up, honey. You wish to move into the bunker? Scan here or tip up above, y'all. Thank you so much. Oh, Adriana, thank you so much, sweetie. So generous. Thank you.
Adriana ZD donated $100. I am late because I was watching your vampire perfumes from last year. Fabulous. I had to get up to spray Antaeus and number 5 perfume. Thank you. Love it.
Wait, so you mixed Anteos and number 5? Ooh, that's delicious. Mm. The honey and the spices in Anteos mixing with the patchouli in number 5. Oof. No, that's a really, really good mix. So Adriana, what do we want to add? Is there any creature of the night for Halloween that you would like me to draw for you? You know, it's beautiful, Adriana. Seriously, the combination is amazing. Also, the current version of Anteos, delicious. Oh, Mahora's is cute. It looks like the Chanel Couture pins you got. Aw, thank you, Mahora. Adriana says a kitty cat. All right. Meow. It's a teeny tiny kitty cat. a little but a cute. Okay. Adriana is moving into the brand new building. Look at that, y'all. Adriana just moved in with the kitty cat. Wait, hold on. It's going to focus. Meow. It has 4 legs. Y'all, big head, 4 legs, long tail. Look at that kitty cat with the 4 leglets. Teeny tiny leglets, because she a pussy cat. Kitty cat. Kitty cat. Kitty cat. Yeah. There you go. Adriana moved. Oh, so cute, says Gloria. Look at that. We got a kitty cat, a chicken nugget, a wolf, a broom. If you wish to move in, scan here or link up above. Oh, Isabel! Thank you so much.
Isabel donated $20. Recovering from a bad cough, so I happened to be up at 3 a.m. here. So happy to finally catch you and get a spot in the haunted house before October is over. When do you usually stream on weekends?
Usually on Saturdays, but sometimes on Sundays. I mean, this week has been a mess because like I was late. I was supposed to stream on Wednesday and then I streamed on Thursday. And then on Friday, I had a 2-hour stream with a friend of mine on his channel. And then today, 2 streams. I had 4 streams this week. So it's a lot, and I need time to recuperate. But usually it's Saturdays. I do 2 streams on Saturday. One for Tier 2 members and Tier 2 patrons, and then one open to everybody. So yeah. So it's Isabel or Isobel? Hold on. There, Isabel. Okay, gotcha. Isabel, I'm thinking let's do, what should we do? A little tiny, like an itsy bitsy spider? Super cute. Let's do a little spider. Oh, this is adorable. Wait, hold on. This is so cute because the spider is hanging off the door. Wait, hold on. You'll see. Look how cute. Oh, it shot the green screen though. Look, the spider is hanging off the ceiling. So cute. Wait. The green screen of it all. There you go. Isabel. What happened? Oh. No, that doesn't work. Anyway, there you go. It's interesting. And I think it's because of the shadow. The shadows create this. If there's less shadow, you see it more. There you go. With a spitter. I mean, it's kind of interesting because of the green screen. It's so spooky. It's like there's ghosts hovering in your apartment. Isabel, you got the haunted apartment. Fabulous. So Yella says Dacob's been staying up late collecting them boo buckets. Oh my God, don't we know it, honey? Eating those chicken McNuggets. There were Isabel, there were spiders in the boo buckets. I'm so happy. There were spiders in the boo buckets. Did you see there's also little tiny ghosts? Hold on, let me get one. My favorite one. This color. It's somewhere down here. I'll find it. Anyway, so wait, Droog says, enjoyed your boo bucket, son. Oh, thank you, Droogs. Ciao for now. Oh, I gotta dock out now. Hope to join again soon. All right, Droogs, be safe on the road, please. Thank you so much. You're always so, so kind. Thank you. Enjoyed your boo buckets, son. It was a doozy. Ciao for now, darling. See you soon. Oh, here it is. My cats are getting used to the howls and meows, says Deborah. Slowly but surely. But before you know it, Halloween is over. Okay, you want to know my favorite of the 4 buckets? It wasn't in the beginning. Oh my God, Dacob, the scammer of McDonald's frisbee of shame. What happened, Gloria? Oh, the surcharge? No, don't even get me started. This is my favorite color. The white one is my favorite. I know people are like blue, green, orange. Yeah. But it's the white one for me because of the yellow and the white. It's the closest to McDonald's. Like, all we need here, in addition to these 2 colors, is the McDonald's red. You know what I mean? McDonald's red. I'm telling you, it's the white. Okay, so now let me show you what Isabel is saying with the little tiny spiders. This is so cute. So when I got the bucket, I started looking into this little monster and I'm like, what are these things? These are little tiny creatures that are, by the way, hashtag not sponsored. Little tiny creatures living in the fur. Look at this. So for example, here, look at this little ghost. Isn't this adorable? Look, here, right here. So, right there. Little tiny, this is so cute. Little tiny ghost. And then here, look at this little spider. Look at the little spider living in his fur. And then there's a spider web. And then they have different faces, and this is the happy one. Also with the spider web. There's the ghost, again, more spider. And then there's this one, he's a little bit down, a little bit sad, a little bit gloomy. So here's the cool thing that I've noticed. If you check out my video on Totally Dacob, by the way, go subscribe to Totally Dacob, where I do all my pop culture videos. Mahora says, no, baby, that's lice. Oh, you're rude. That's not lice. Okay, so the cute thing is when when you're in the drive-thru, or also if you go into McDonald's and you buy it and they hand it over to you. And so they're handing me this thing. And as I'm kind of reaching for it, it's like this little guy's a little bit scared. I find that so cute. I just noticed this when I was editing the videos, right? It's like they're worried. Of course they're worried because it's like thinking, oh no, I hope that Dacob is going to be a nice parent or something. You know what I mean? He's like, uh-oh, who are you giving me to, And I think that interaction that the boo bucket is having with the person taking it, I think that's what makes it really magical to me. And this is why I kind of ultimately fell in love with them. Even though at the beginning I was not so sure about these designs, I thought, oh my gosh, they're interacting with you. Like, or if they're handing them to you on this side and you're going to grab it, he's like, I'm happy to be with you, And this one is like, oh no, I'm tired. Why are you giving me now to this person? Why are you giving me away to this person? I'm tired. I wanted to sleep. I mean, it's adorable. Anyway, my favorite one is the white one. And yes, I agree with you guys. They should have made a red one. Or they should have added some red details to this one. And I love the double arches. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. So there you go. Now, I want to talk to you. You know that I just showed you the Louis Vuitton. Thumb up the live stream while you're at it, please. Thank you. You know. I showed you the Costco Louis Vuitton bag. Well, guess what? There's more at Costco. I want to show you also more end of luxury. Look at the poverty of this. This is the next item that was at Costco. The rat. The bunker rat. No, the bunker rat is in the bunker. But here, I'm going to show you the other luxury brand that is now selling at Costco in like cardboard boxes. It's on a whole other level of tragedy. Sasha says the UK gets a dinosaur puzzle toy depression meal, not a happy meal. Yeah, they don't do plastic, I think, in the UK, right? That's a cute plant pot. True. And you can take this off very easily, just clips in here at the bottom. The raddest head of LVMH, says Deborah. Let me show you the picture. Can we show the picture? So there's several pictures. This is courtesy of Reddit user _ Mr. Throwaway account. Burb. Oh, that's Burberry. Mr. Mr. Throwaway account. And actually, they're all piled up, and there's like cardboard boxes underneath. Burberry jackets for $700. Look, Burberry ladies quilted jacket, $750. And the price is the joke. This thing is $30 tops, and I would still be like $30. Our girl Burb at Costco, together with, what is this, Marmot and Kirkland and Burberry. Now Burberry reported terrible sales, and the CEO had to quit or got fired, and they lowered their prices. And Gloria's like, so degradé. It's so degradé. Degradé. So degradé, darling. JLo says, wasn't Burberry burning and destroying excess merchandise and got caught? Yeah, in the past, allegedly. Burberry now on ICU and dying, says Rhea. I mean, this is wugo. Adriana says, they're still selling scarves for $650. Well, they're still pricing scarves for $650. Are they selling them, though? Kari's like, did you say degradé? Degradé. Yes, darling, so degradé. So degradé. This is so degradé. Where else can you get luxury and a rotisserie chicken? Qatar, that's a good one. Where else can you get luxury and a rotisserie chicken? Or where else can you get luxury and a $1 hot dog? Where else can you get luxury and a $1 pizza? Where else can you get luxury and a $5 chicken, rotisserie chicken? $5 or $6, right? Yeah. Pop in at Costco. Get yourself a $750 quilted jacket lat and a $1 pizza lat. And you could say, using girl math, hear me out, Linda. Hear me out, Linda. See what I'm going with this? The rotisserie chicken, you could say that the rotisserie chicken was so good, and it's a full chicken, that it costs $50. So that makes this jacket cost $705. That's girl math, baby. Costco girl math, baby. Costco girl math. This is only worth the price if, and let me double down on the girl math. Let me double down. You get the rotisserie chicken for later, because the rotisserie chicken, you can take it home and you can eat it later. You can eat it tomorrow. You can warm it up again or whatever. I won't bone yesterday. So you get the rotisserie chicken and you say, let's take $50 off of this. Well, the chicken is actually $5, so let's take $45. So it's $705 for the jacket. Now, you're not going to eat the chicken immediately, but you are going to get the pizza and you are going to get the hot dog for $1 each. But then you could think, yeah, the pizza was $15, the hot dog was $10. That's $25. Minus the $2 they actually cost, so that's $23. So now we're at $705. Take away another $23. So that's like $670 something. So you get this jacket for $670. Still too expensive, though. It's still too expensive. And let me tell you where it's at. Because obviously, in this environment, this doesn't look like it's worth $680. It doesn't. It just doesn't. Mahora says, ain't nobody paying $750 for that. Oh, for that German grandma jacket, says Mahora. Anyway, here's the thing. If you get your riding jacket and pop out, convince. It's like 3 meals, says Qatar. Here I go. Jen says, what happens when they don't sell at Costco either? TJ Maxx is just around the corner. It's just around the corner. It will get the 5-finger discount, theft, says Deborah. Well, technically, California or LA, this is not thievery. Everything that's under $950, if you grab and run with this, there's no repercussions really. Because if you steal something under $950, it's like they don't prosecute you. So this is technically, Wicca, poverty prices for LA. Oh my God, can you believe? So there you go. You see, not even with girl math can we make this thing be affordable. Christian says, I'm waiting for Burberry products at Lidl. Well, how about we do Saint Laurent products or YSL products at Zara? How about that, Christian? Huh? How about, Christian, how about we do YSL before Saint Laurent at Zara? Magic. Didn't see that coming, did ya? Technically, it's not YSL, but you know who this is? Stefano Pilati. Stefano used to design for YSL. I knew Mahora would like this jacket because it's, but he used to design for YSL. He left. You remember that shady video of Anna Wintour checking out Stefano Pilati's summer collection for YSL? This was many years ago. And he made everything black. And she's like, it's a summer collection, Stefano, and it's everything black. He's like, yes, I was feeling depressed. She's like, okay. She hated it. So anyway, this is YSL for Zara. Well, Stefano Pilati made a capsule collection for Zara. Out now, by the way. There's many outfits that you can see on the Zara website, but this is the male outfit. Stefano is modeling his own collection. This is Stefano Pilati. And yes, these are tattoos on his forehead. He moved to Germany, Berlin. And that's when the tattoos happened. I do believe he went a little bit too often to Berghain and overdid it. Let's just put it that way. So anyway, here we are. He's now doing stuff for Zara. And he even, together with Zara, because the owner of Zara is one of the richest men in Europe, if not the richest, they paid Giselle Bündchen to come back out of retirement and model for them. So Stefano Pilati modeled the main outfits. He also made a female collection. I'm just going to show you one picture each. Giselle Bündchen in the female version of the coat. She looks gorgeous. I love her. And this is a Zara ensemble by Stefano Pilati for women. Yes, the boot is available as well. The high thigh boot with that little heel. Okay, and then we got a few leather bags and that shirt. He also made the male version of that shirt. Maybe she is even wearing the unisex version of the shirt. So I'm not sponsored, by the way, obviously, but just letting you know, if you want to see the full collection, go to Zara. There's no fashion show. Otherwise, I would have shown you the fashion show. We would have watched the fashion shows together. But there you go. Alexander says Zara prices are wild nowadays. $370 for that coat. Yeah, but $370, they're trying to tell you this is the equivalent of a coat you could have gotten at YSL. Not the same quality, but at YSL, the coat would have cost you $3,000 or $2,500. But at Zara, for Stefano Pilati, you get to pay $370 instead of $2,700. So, you know what I mean? Now, whether or not for our own budgets it's still expensive, that for sure, we can talk about that. But, right, Val is cute. Yeah, is cute. And for, a brand name like Stefano Pilati for Zara, I think 370. Also, Alexander, don't forget that this costs much less in Spain because Zara is a Spanish brand. So if we were to check the prices for this coat, if you switch countries to Spain and you check out the price of this coat in Spain, it would not be the equivalent of $370. But if this coat is indeed $370 in the US, then I believe in Spain it would be under 300 maybe, or just about $300, I think. Um, but anyway, Zara doing H&M, right? Because H&M back in 2009 or 2008, they started their collaborations with famous designers. Their first collaboration back in 2008/2009 was with Karl Lagerfeld when H&M did Karl Lagerfeld X H&M, and then they did all the other ones, right? They did Moschino, they did Marta Margiela, they did Versace, they did Comme des Garçons. You name it, they did it. But here's the twist. In the States, only New York, only one Zara in New York sells this collection. Everything else you got to buy it online from Zara. But Zara online doesn't sell all the pieces. Some of the pieces are only available in the boutique. Droog say, hey, if you wanted to spend 20K or so on your baby for Christmas, what would you buy? Mm, in this economy though, Droogs, that's what I was thinking. Like, does it have to be luxury? Like, do you want to spend 20K on luxury? Like, is that like, are you asking for like what luxury item should I buy for 20K? Or are you asking in general what to spend 20K on? Because okay, here's the thing. This is what I think when it comes to luxury, you guys. Now, I think it's lovely that you wanna see. I found your channel searching for luxury. Okay, well, Droogs, here's the thing. I love the fact that you want to spend $20,000 on a loved one. I think that's wonderful. First thing. But then the second question, the second point I have is when we're talking about luxury. Okay, bye, Giselle. We don't need her now. Oh my God, Sibilla, there you go. It's so much cheaper. Sorry, Droogs, just a second. Look, this is really good point. Sibilla just checked the Spanish website. €179. That's not even $200. That's the Spanish price. Not even 200. That's $180. $180 for the coat. And it's $370 in America. Oh, honey, Zara knows what it's doing. So here's the thing, Droogs. Like I said, it's great that you want to spend on a loved one, the money. Hi, Joyful Remorse. But like nowadays, today, I personally, and this is just my opinion, no matter how much money I would have for luxury, like frivolity, like something frivolous, just for the fun of it, just to like buy something fun for my loved one without thinking about the value of things, without thinking about sustainability, without thinking about how that item will live for me in the future. Okay, Droog says yes, frivolous. Okay, no matter how much money I would have, for me, frivolous stops at $3,000. You see what I'm saying? Like, I think frivolity has a cutoff at $3,000. Like up to $3,000, oh, it's fun money. If you have it, I don't want to offend anybody who doesn't have it. Please don't misunderstand me here, okay? I'm just saying, if you got money to burn, for me, you burn up to 3K. Like that's kind of the cap for me, because after 3K, I start thinking, oof, there's so much better I can, luxury-wise, that I can actually get for this money. Now, but if our goal is to drop 20K no matter what, then I start calculating. Then I start thinking strategically. If it has to be a frivolous luxury for 20K, I would go the Hermes route. Because for 20K, you can get a Birkin. And I mean, you can go to a Hermes in America, to an Hermes shop and say, I got 20K. So what do I need to buy? The wallet, the scarf, the twilly, the shoes, yeah, the jewelry, okay. That's like, let's say $7,000 on that. And here, and the rest, 13,000, 14,000, I want to spend on a Birkin. And they might just tell you, okay. They might just tell you, okay, if you meet the right sales associate that day that needs to sell in America. Europe, different story. You can't just do that. But I think if you want something frivolous, you could, for 20K, you could get a Birkin from the Hermes boutique with extra that you have to buy before they give you access to the Birkin. But you gotta meet the right sales associate that will be willing to work with you on that, because not everybody's gonna want to do that. Cecilia says, yes, Birkin would be a great choice. Polly S says, luxury for a baby, a trust fund for the future, for college, or whatever they want to do in life. That freedom, that's luxury, says Polly. Droogs, but you see, because yes, yeah, for sure, you can buy a Birkin pre-loved, but I wouldn't. I would want to get it new from the boutique, because you never know. Because you never know. Because you might get, there's a lot of fakes out there. Really good ones. And I don't trust the secondhand market. I don't trust third-party authenticators that are charging you 50, 60, 70 bucks to give you a little paperlet that says it's authentic or nothing. No. And plus, a Birkin secondhand is going to cost you much more than buying it at Hermes, new. Right? If you're looking for a specific color, for a specific combination, size, specific hardware, specific leather type, specific color. New from boutique only for me, personally. Yeah, here I go. Jen says, I agree. For that much money, make sure it's legit. Go direct to the boutique to buy it, right? But then I'm also thinking, Droogs, oh, Apricot says designer furniture all the way for me. Yeah, but not everybody is into like furniture. It's not something you can wear out. It's something at home. So it depends like what sort of luxury is into. But here's what I'm thinking also. Jewelry. Jewelry, luxury brand jewelry, not costume jewelry, but jewelry doesn't really hold its value very well unless you're not buying haute joaillerie, which is then in the millions. But for 20,000, you can get a gorgeous like golden necklace from Hermes. which I love. I would love that. So just like this, the Chant d'Ancre, the bracelet, which I have in silver, and I love to bits, and I wear it every single day. Out of the same links, they make necklaces, and they do them in silver, but they also do them in gold. Super expensive. I don't know how much it costs at the moment, you guys. Because maybe it's more than 20K. It might be more than 20,000 at this point, because that's a lot of gold. So maybe the necklace is not in the budget, because it's solid gold, and it's a lot of chains, a lot of links. But oh my God, it's so beautiful. Uh, I just saw Linda Evangelista wear it when she went to The View to do an interview. She went to the TV show The View, Linda Evangelista, a few months ago. She was wearing the golden. Let me see if I can find a shot from the View of Linda Evangelista. And then I also saw a video with Molly Ringwald at her home, and Molly Ringwald was wearing it as well. But I think Molly bought it many years ago when it was cheaper. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me see if I can find. I think it was Linda Evangelista at The View. Yeah, there she is. Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to get a picture. Is there like a nice one that is focused in it? There it is. Oh, she wears it often, which I also like. I like the fact that she's... Okay, she's looking a little bit awkward in this. Don't judge her. She's been through a lot. But there you go. She's wearing it on The View. Look at Linda Evangelista wearing the golden Chant d'Ancre from Hermes in gold. I love this, okay? I love this. Okay? Isn't this gorgeous? If I had the money, I would get this. But I don't know how much it costs at the moment. I think it's... You guys, can somebody check what's the current price of the Chant d'Ancre in gold? Maybe a set from Messica or Anita Co, Spinelli. I don't know these brands. Also great and can be customized, says Alina Po. Hi, Divana Budget. How's it going? So I think that's a gorgeous, but it might not be the right shape or form for the person you wish to gift it to. You know, it's very specific. Jewelry has to be something they wish to have, right? Otherwise, no, I would not gift jewelry if they haven't told you specifically they want that thing. Hi, Velasquez. How's it going? Otherwise, for 20K... Oh my gosh, you know what? I would have to figure this out. How much does the starting price go for a Chanel Haute Couture jacket? The basic black one that we all love. It used to be 10,000, but I think it's definitely 20,000 now. But I wonder if if it's now at 30,000 or if the price is still around 20,000. And I'm saying this, Droog says she doesn't spend money on luxury, she deserves it. Okay. Here's the beautiful thing about the Chanel Haute Couture. If they can make a basic, and by basic, I don't mean it in a bad way. I wish I could afford a basic Chanel Haute Couture jacket because those are the most beautiful ones, like the basic black Chanel Haute Couture jacket. Okay, so Drew, so I'm thinking, because if you do Haute Couture, they probably will vet you to make sure that that like you're good for it. Because then you go to Paris to pick out the model you want. Then they measure your girlfriend or wife or fiance. They measure her body. They create a bust just for her, like a doll bust. The item that you chose is then handmade to her body. The Chanel seamstresses fly out to you, they fly to your country the first time to do the first fitting, readjustments, everything. Then they fly in a second time. They fly into you a second time to do the final fitting and to hand over the handmade haute couture jacket to you. That feeling of having something made to measure you by hand, and in the process, as they're making the jacket, they send you update photos showing you how far along the process has come. Like they take a photo of your jacket, like saying, okay, now we're adding the sleeves, now we're adding the buttons. You get access to a special app that is only for haute couture clients at Chanel, where they keep you updated. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. But Droogs, you say you own a trucking company, so you said you can go higher up. So there you go. Maybe that's the way to go if you want something that's custom, like tailored to her size. That's a beautiful experience. You know what I mean? Like you're paying also for the experience of being pampered, of them coming to you, fitting you and everything, you know. But of course, you get a jacket in the end, obviously. And you might think it's crazy to spend so much on a jacket, but you're also paying for that whole experience, for that whole extra, vibe. Now, I don't know how easy it is for anybody to contact Chanel and just say, hey, I want to buy something haute couture. They might be a little bit snobby. They might say, like, sorry, we don't accept new clients this season. They might do something like, they might not, but they might. So I'm not so sure how you would go about entering into, they might say, oh, we're so backed up with orders. At the moment, we cannot make more stuff because we don't have enough seamstresses, whatever. You know what I mean? Or you holiday in Paris, shopping spree. Or the two of you fly. Oh, Droogs, so if I could get handmade for me, I would do Chanel. Yeah. No doubt about it. Not prêt-à-porter, yeah. Haute couture. Haute couture, like high fashion. Haute couture, if I could afford 70,000, because that's how much you need for a full ensemble. 70,000 to $100,000. That's how much you would actually spend for a full-blown look. A Chanel full-blown look is 70 to 100,000, even more if they have more appliques, feathers, and stuff. If you want a full, jacket, shirt, skirt, shoes, bag, the total thing, right? We're looking at around about $100,000 to $300,000. But if you're going to go for the small, the classic black jacket, the tweed classic black jacket, that's one item, one piece without special crystals added to it, then the price goes considerably lower. But I don't know where their starting point is. It used to be 10,000. Now I don't know if it's 30,000, 20,000. I don't know. But yeah, if I could afford dropping $100,000, yeah, I would love them to make it by hand for me. But if you can't, you can't, They do make a bust. Like they make like the torso, and also the hips, depending like if you're going to do a dress or something. And then but they keep that. You don't get that. That bust it's in their archives. So like whenever you need something again, they take out the bust, they stitch her name onto the bust as well. And so they take out the bust and they have the body shape. Of course, if your body were to change throughout the years, they will make a new one as well. So once they make a bust of her, that bust is in Chanel's archives. You don't get to keep the bust. They keep the bust, and they use it in case you want to order in the future, again, haute couture from Chanel, not prêt-à-porter. They're not going to use that bust for the prêt-à-porter range. They will only use the bust for haute couture. Because prêt-à-porter is already, prêt-à-porter means ready to wear. It means it's done in a factory and you just buy the size that fits you. But it's already pre-confectioned, pre-made, and you buy it in the shop, in the boutique. But haute couture is not made yet. They have to make it for you, right? That's what they use the bust for, but the price is considerably higher. There you go. Oh, hi, Algebraist. So today, I have on my chest 5 sprays of number 22 EDP. And then all of this area is Comet. And now Comet and 22 are mixing together and I'm living my best life. It is the experience. You're paying for an experience, but they do make it kind of hard to access that experience. But once you access it and you're their customer, especially in the first year, after you've become an haute couture customer, they will invite you to the shows. They will invite you to the haute couture show, you know, which is also really difficult to get in. And it depends like how much you spend the first time around, you know, depends like where they classify you as a client. But if they classify you as up there for them, they will also fly you in to the fashion show, set you up in a hotel, treat you like royalty, but then they expect you to buy after the fashion show, you know, something, right? So it's a game. Luxury is a game. It's like a constant give and take. It's a constant, you know, so you got to be ready to play the game. But if you have the money to play the game, oh, it's a fun game to play. Expensive, but hey, it's your money. You earned it. So nobody's allowed to judge you. It's your money. You know what I mean? We got over 200 people watching, 141 likes. Thumb up the live stream, people. It costs you nothing to thumb up the live stream. Algebra says, I re-smelled the eau de cologne from Chanel yesterday and just thought, even with such a simple thing, their quality of materials makes them vastly superior to everyone else. Algebraist, I could not agree more with you. Eau de cologne is a masterpiece. Chanel's eau de cologne. It is so good. It lasts 10 minutes on your skin. Doesn't matter. But those 10 minutes that it does last on my skin, it is worth every penny. It smells like the best neroli you could possibly find, the best bergamot. It has a smidge of vanilla in there as well. Oh man, I mean, Chanel's eau de cologne from the Les Exclusives range it's just beautiful. I'm really upset that in America they make it cost the same as the eau de parfums because in Europe, the eau de cologne is still cheaper than the eau de parfums, which it should be. In America, no. They upped the price of the eau de cologne to cost the same as all of the others from the Les Exclusives range, and I don't think that's fair. And I'm only saying this, I don't think that's fair because comparing to how they price them in Europe, why are they pricing it cheaper in Europe but not in the States when compared to the eau de parfums, you know? I don't think that's fair. Okay, I have a friend in Laguna who can introduce me. He just said to buy a Kelly. Droogs, I mean, yeah, but does your lady want a Kelly? Drug says, we live half a year in Aleb, Deutschland, and half a year here. Okay, so you are in Europe then for half a year, so you could definitely go to, Germany is just a quick flight away from from France and you could fly over to Paris. Or if you're in Berlin, there's an overnight train that can take you from Berlin to Paris. For example, you could do that as well. Or you could just fly. But you need to make an appointment first. You can't just go to Paris to Chanel, enter the 31 Rue Cambon boutique and say, hey, I want to buy an haute couture jacket. You know, you got to initiate a conversation with them, set an appointment, do the whole process, and then arrive. Just saying. So I hope I was somewhat helpful to you. Oh, Droogs, thank you. Droogs says, I love your honesty, everyone. Thank you. Thomas O'Sullivan, how's it going? I love those Pilates suit for Zara, but they aren't selling the collection in Switzerland. What the fuck? Really? But but can you order it like from like Germany because it's like bordering, or like from Italy, and then like they ship it over, like Zara Italy ships it to? Oh no, they won't do that, right? Do you have a friend in Italy who could buy it for you? Drew says, I think bags and things will make her uncomfortable. No, well then don't buy her a bag. If she doesn't like then don't buy her a bag, you know? Karina says, Dacob, I found your explanation of Chanel Haute Couture fascinating. Oh, thank you. Did I say something that you guys didn't know? Because sometimes I think like, don't get me wrong, because sometimes I think like everybody knows these things, but then not everybody knows these things. So sometimes maybe I'm not good at explaining them because I shorten the explanation because I think everybody knows already. But then if everybody doesn't know, of course, the explanation can be even more detailed. But just in case I didn't explain something well, you can let me know and I can explain it again. Alina says it's like 1.5 hours to Paris from Frankfurt. That's very near. That's like super near. And oh yes, about the busts and the travel. I see. Oh, here I go, Jen. Oh yes, haute couture is very fascinating. It is a whole other world, and this is why I don't criticize Chanel haute couture quality. I criticize their pret-à-porter. But if you can afford to be a Chanel haute couture client, oh honey, that's a more power to you. If you can do Chanel haute couture, chef's kiss. That is that's luxury. I don't know how Chanel haute couture works. It's fascinating. Yeah, I'll buy those H&M and Zara collab suits every once in a while. Says Thomas, I bought the Rabanne silver suit at H&M. These collabs are often very good value. Thomas, I got the Martin Margiela for H&M. Quite a few pieces. Love them. This is many years ago. Also Versace for H&M. Also Lagerfeld for H&M. And Comme des Garçons for H&M. This was many years, many years ago, even before I had a YouTube channel, you guys. Oh, DMSA. No, for sure, you guys. Chanel Couture would be an absolute dream. No. Thank you, Nectarine, man. You love my fashion bunk beaker. But this is why I also say, you guys, it's not only about the money. It's not only about the money when it comes to luxury. And I say this because, Droogs, I don't know if you're still watching, but here's the thing. Coco Chanel, and I repeat this a lot on my channel, but it's worth repeating, you guys. Coco Chanel. Oh, Droogs, you're still there. Good. Coco Chanel used to say, listen and listen good. This is really important because this resets our entire understanding of what luxury means, of what luxury truly is, as opposed to what the brands today wish you to believe luxury means. Because they're brainwashing you to associate luxury with big money. But that could not be further away from the truth. So Coco Chanel used to say, opposite of luxury is not poverty. The opposite of luxury is vulgarity. This is the fundament of my way of thinking. When I approach anything beautiful in life, when I approach anything that is desirable to me in life, when I approach anything that is worth keeping, coveting, collecting, purchasing, taking care of in my life. This is the basis. This is the fundament. Oh, Thomas O'Sullivan, that really warms my heart. Please do and send me a photo if you can. Thomas O'Sullivan said, I'll put a flower on Coco's grave in Lausanne for you if it would please you. Are you kidding me? That would make my year. It's been a terrible year for me this year, and this would really, really be a sweet moment. Thank you so, so, so much. Alaya Max says it bears repeating. Oh, good night, Val. Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you, sweetie. Coco Chanel used to say, luxury is not the opposite of poverty. Luxury is the opposite of vulgarity. She also used to say, the best things in life are free. Second best are very expensive. Thank you, Thomas. Thomas says okie dokie. Oh man, that is so sweet of you. Thank you. And she doesn't get paid what she is worth. Oh wait, so is she your girlfriend or wife? I didn't understand. Are you talking about your girlfriend? And she doesn't get paid what she's worth. Oh, she's an art professor. Oh, well then she will understand haute couture. She will understand haute couture and what it means to do something that also references art history. A lot of the Chanel haute couture items are referencing both Chanel archives as well as historical archives. Coco Chanel, when she was alive, she was very fascinated by ancient Egypt, for example, by Renaissance, by the Byzantine art as well. So a lot of the Byzantine art, Renaissance art, ancient Egyptian art would flow into her creative process and would flow into her own creations. So you understand, even though it was fashion, when we view these items today from a fashion historical perspective, they transcend mere fashion. A lot of the elements of those creations, I would dare say, are art today. Even though Coco Chanel was very adamant and she was very vocal about fashion not being art. But she was also kind of a little bit, acting a little bit like humble. She was anything but humble. But she would be like, no, I'm just a technician. I just do fashion. Fashion is not art. But hi, Lars, how's it going? So here's the thing. Yes, she talked about fashion as commerce and saying fashion should die and die really quickly in order for the commerce of fashion to survive, because we got to keep selling dresses. And if we don't, we're not going to survive. So you're going to have to want to follow new trends, new fashions every season so that we can keep selling, so that we can keep living. But obviously, what she doesn't mention is that she, throughout the years, created not just fashion, but she created style. Style is forever. Style doesn't fade after one season. Style lasts. Fashion fades. So when we go into Coco's archives, we dig into style, not fashion. And that's a very, 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 very big difference between digging into fashion archives and digging into style archives. Because Coco, with all the troubles that she had, with all the sorrows, the trials and tribulations, being an orphan, losing a mom very young, her father abandoned her. She had to deal with the nuns. She would reinvent her storyline over and over and over again just to cope with the trauma of being abandoned at such a young age and being a girl. Being a girl in a world back in the 1800s where women basically had no rights. But then on top of that, if you were a woman that came from nothing, was an orphan, was poor, was raised in an orphanage, then you were worth even less than a woman that was actually raised in a family that had some money, barely any, but some money. And in that world, she managed to redefine herself and become who she became. That's huge. But with all those trials and tribulations that she had to go through, with all the challenges, the psychological challenges as well, because she was traumatized, she created a style out of the need and necessity to heal herself. She comes also from a time where it wasn't very popular, like it is today, to just go to the shrink. Oh, I have a problem. I mean, everybody has a shrink, especially in California. Everybody. I'm not saying it's unnecessary. Some people definitely need a good therapist. Therapists can be wonderfully helpful. But some people have a tendency of going to therapists because it's trendy. Now, back in her day, there was asylum, and then you're locked up in a loony bin, or you function in society. So I personally believe that it wasn't such. She never mentioned going to therapy. Okay, so we don't know. I don't know. Maybe some of you does. I don't know of any official documents stating that Coco Chanel went to therapy, like psychotherapy. I don't know of any such documents. I might be wrong. It's just that I don't know of any. Why am I saying this? Bear with me. It takes some time to get to the point because we're setting the scenery here. Thumb up the live stream while we're at it. I hope I'm not boring you with this story. Let me know. I can stop talking about it. But here's the thing. I believe that she did not go to therapy. Instead, she tried to heal herself. Where's my water? Prepare the chali. Where's the chali? There it is. Marina says, no, this is fascinating. Oh, okay. You're still Camilla and Chali. Okay. Okay, Terry says, no, it's very fascinating to hear her story. Okay. Corina says, this is great. Okay. Oh, Droog says, lol, I'm from SoCal. It's true. There you go. Okay, there you go. So, what I believe happened with Coco. Oh, hold on. Smudged. Next reminder says, self-medicating is so dangerous. That's not where I'm going with this. She didn't self-diagnose. She didn't self-medicate. That's not where I'm going. Follow me. Bear with me. Bear with me. Here's the thing. What I believe happened with all of the traumas that she had to deal with, like, for example, in her orphanage in Aubazine, the orphanage was also a school with nuns. Now, the little girls that came from wealthy families that were striving towards an elegant, sophisticated education to prepare the girls for marrying into an even richer family, they would be sent to the schools with the nuns to receive a proper education. But the nuns also had a part of the Aubazine orphanage and school being an orphanage for poor little girls. The little girls would attend often lessons with the poor orphan girls would often be together with the rich girls that are not orphans, that were also with the nuns receiving an education. Here's where already the system, the social system back in the day, would indoctrinate into you the notion of class. And so you are of an inferior class, so you're going to wear a different outfit. You're going to wear a uniform for your class. So Coco was in the orphanage section, so she would be wearing the poor orphan uniform, while the rich girls were wearing cleaner, better, more sophisticated uniforms to differentiate them. So this social indoctrination of the separation of classes begins very early on when you're a child. And they don't even have to tell Coco, you're lesser than these girls. They don't even have to say it. She sees it. She sees that they wear different. It's visual. The first division in social inequality happens through eyes. You don't need to talk. It's a universal language. You see somebody's dressed better than you. Hello, Nina, my love. How's it going? And then, of course, they start talking. And then, of course, they tell her you're not allowed to eat this. The girls that pay, their family pays for better food. You don't get the better food. There's a lot of then inequalities and injustices. Okay. So this is the environment she was raised in. Wearing a uniform of a poor girl, a poor orphan girl. Her entire life, I kid you not, this breaks my heart. But in a way, it's so beautiful to me how she turned something so ugly into something so beautiful. So especially in her later years, the last 10 years of her life, she created the most beautiful pieces. And like I say also with Vivienne Westwood, the best model for Vivienne Westwood's clothes was Vivienne Westwood. Nobody wears Vivienne Westwood clothes like Vivienne Westwood did. Same with Coco Chanel. Nobody ever has had, and nobody ever will, wear Chanel clothes as good as Coco did. But you see, in the last 10 years of her life, she created the most precise vision for herself, the uniform. It's always the same, slight variations. It's always a jacket, it's always a little shirt, and it's always a skirt that always covers the knees. And she repeats it obsessively. And there's several biographers that write about this, Justine Picardy being one of them, repeating, constantly stating. And then there's also interviews online that you can watch, filmed, recorded interviews with friends of Coco Chanel that were still alive when they gave the interview, of course, otherwise how could they have given the interview? Or people that have known her that said she was obsessed with that orphanage, with her abandonment, with her being that little lonely girl without a mother, without a father, forced to wear a uniform. She wanted to get away from that uniform and make her own uniform. She didn't want to wear a uniform that was imposed upon her. And yet she could never free herself from a uniform because she understood that society ticks through uniforms. Alessandro Manzoni, who's an Italian author who wrote one of the most famous books in modern Italian literature history, I Promessi Sposi, the promised spouses. You always have to learn it in school, blah, blah, blah. There's one say that one of the priests says in the book that actually the original saying says, L'abito fa il monaco. The dress makes the priest. Now, that saying has been twisted throughout history and has become the outfit does not make the priest. But the original statement was, yes, the outfit indeed does make the priest. She understood that very early on. So in her later years, haunted by her past, trying desperately to reinvent her past, to convince herself that what happened to her in the past did not happen. Part of that process of her obsessive wanting to reinvent her past, part of that was also her reinventing the uniform over and over and over again. The fact that she delivered in those last 10 years of her life so many incredible ensembles, they all look kind of the same but slightly different, that is her trauma, the trauma of dealing with her past. Now, in some interviews, she would also say, when she was being more honest, she would say, even I sometimes lose myself within the labyrinth of my own myth, implying that she created her own myth. And all the lies that she said not to trick you, but to trick herself, to believe that she did have a better life. So, in other words, she's saying, what we know from her, she would tell people that she was not an orphan. She was raised by her aunts. And that her father was a rich salesperson traveling through the Americas, making a lot of money. That's why she saw him very rarely. He would come to visit her only once in a while. Her aunts were the nuns. Her father never came back. But these are lies she would say to make her own dealing with the trauma, the abandonment, easier. Now, today people are quick to judge her, throw her under the bus, but I understand her. I understand where she's coming from. And the fact that the last decade of her life she dedicated to obsessively recreate, and I mean, when I say obsessively, I mean tirelessly, until she collapsed, exhausted in bed, she would be creating her uniforms over and over and over again. It's basically the same uniform, the same little jacket with the shoulders with the 2 or 4 pockets, the skirt covering the knees, mostly tweed, and the little silk shirt. That's it. That outfit that we know not as fashion today, we know that as the Chanel style. If we dig deeper, we find out that that style that is so recognizable and so quintessentially Chanel, that so many rich women around the world wanted to wear, that same outfit and ensemble that Jackie Kennedy wore the day that her husband got shot, that same style, all that ever was an ensemble made out of the need of an orphan girl to try to look better and cleaner than what she looked like in the past when everybody judged her and spat at her. That's all her ensemble ever was. The jacket, the Chanel ensemble from her last decade, in reality, it's the obsessive compulsive need of an orphan poor girl to prove to the world that she's worth more than nothing. That's all it is. And she perfected it more and more and more and more because she was obsessed. That her outfit would help her feel better about herself. In the attempt, in my opinion, to try to heal herself, to heal her trauma. So it always warms my heart, but breaks my heart whenever I see Coco. In the last 10, whenever I see a photo of Coco in her little ensembles, and they're always the same ensembles, my heart warms up, but it also breaks because all I see is a little orphan girl trying so desperately hard to not look like an orphan, to not look like a poor girl, and yet she's still wearing a uniform because she remembered that the rich girls with the nuns would have a better uniform, a cleaner uniform. So she wanted to wear that clean uniform when she was a little girl, but she never got the chance to. When she was a little girl, they didn't let her. She would wear the poor orphan uniform in the orphanage. So now she's grown up, desperately trying to dress herself in a uniform to convince herself that that's the same good uniform she wore when she was an orphan. But you cannot change history. You cannot travel back in time with your beautiful tweed jacket and show to the nuns that you're worth more. So you see, that's why she kept doing it over and over again until her dying day, because she was trying so hard in her mind to trick herself that she indeed can travel back in time and can prove to everybody that she is more than just shit. And that's where her compulsive, obsessive behavioral patterns came from, in my opinion. And yet here we are. Every single day I have to deal with bullshit comments from some idiots online who watch some content creator who's looking for clout and clickbaity content, who claims that she was a collaborator of the Germans during the Second World War, and they throw her under the bus. And I'm just like, you fools, you petty little cretins. Haven't even read a single book in your life. There's more to this woman than what some idiot tells you online about her collaborating. By the way, I repeat again, all those accusations of her collaboration with the Germans have been debunked by official state government documents. The one book that threw her under the bus by Hal Vaughan, Sleeping with the Enemy, that was published in 2011, was published years before the final documents were declassified. And I have a suspicion that Hal Vaughan knew that certain documents would be declassified 2014, 2016. So Hal Vaughan decided to publish the book in 2011 to prove their point. I've made a video on my channel about the 5 books you should read on Coco Chanel if you want to get to the truth. So check out that video and read those books with scanned official state documents, both French, from the French side, from the French resistance, from the French government, as well as from the British side. The Winston Churchill archives with the letters exchanged between Coco Chanel and Winston Churchill, they've all been declassified. As well as the Secret Services, the British Secret Services, those documents are also visible today. And yet people don't care for the truth. They prefer to throw a woman under the bus. They would not be doing this if Coco Chanel was a man. They're doing this because she's a woman. And the fact that people make these videos still to this day, those videos get millions of views. It's great for drama. It's great for clickability, click-through rates, Make a video about how Coco Chanel was collaborating with the Germans. I can't say the other word on YouTube, but you know what I mean. And bam. And you get a gazillion views, and all the Oompa Loompas come, and they'll, yeah, she was terrible. She was a bad person. I'm like, oh God, shut up. Spare me, please. Please learn to read a book. So there you go. I digress. Sorry, this was a really big parenthesis to get to the point, but I hope you understand now. And I hope next time you see a Coco Chanel ensemble in tweed, right? From the mid-50s till the late 60s. Next time you see her in one of those outfits, you who have watched this lives, you will know what it truly means. And you're not just going to see a little outfit that you want to wear too because you want to feel rich and stuff. No, you're going to see a uniform of an orphan child trying to reinvent the uniform that they wore when they were an orphan child and create a uniform of a rich kid that they never were. That's Coco Chanel style. That's her style. And here's a photo from my Coco Privé Instagram account, my fan account. Here is Coco Chanel 1 year before her death in 1970. She's about to give an interview at 31 Rue Cambon. Spring, summer 1970. So there you go. It's kind of different now that you know, doesn't it? It's different. It's very different now that you know, and then you see. Thank you, guys. Can we have a virtual standing ovation for this lesson on fashion? Thank you, DMSA. Very kind of you. Thank you, Maria, for the hearts. Quinn. Yeah, Coco was Quinn. Nina says beautiful. Rhea says hearts, hearts. So heartbreaking when you think about it, says Terry. Heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. And also, oh, Karina, my love, thank you so much.
Karina donated $10. Great live Dacob. I really enjoy hearing about the more technical and historical aspects of fashion.
Thank you so much, Karina. We're moving you into the house. Hold on. Just because I got the chally water here. Okay. wait. We're getting to it. Karina. Okay, Karina, we are gonna do candy corn. Little cute candy corn, always delish. A little sugar, a little spice, and everything nice for Halloween. Perfect. And Karina just moved into the bunker with candy corn. Woo, we're filling up slowly but surely. Thank you guys so much. If you wish to join the haunted fashion bunker, tip your host down here. Thank you. Or follow the link at the top of the chats. Heartbreaking what she went through as a child. Oh, definitely. Lars says, and then there's them baconatas out there who are literally ruining this huge legacy Coco left behind. This is so sad and depressing. It is so depressing, Lars. So sad and so depressing. I completely agree with you. Oh, Renee Simi says, I'm not crying, you are. Oh, sweetie. Yeah, Nectarine says, like, no way she was 86 in that pic. She was so full of life. She was so full of life till her dying day. And this is why I say if I could afford to do an haute couture Chanel piece, I would do it. And when I say basic black jacket, but by basic I don't mean ew. Basic because that's quintessentially Coco. I would go for the basic black haute couture Chanel jacket to begin my collection. That's why I would buy that jacket, to wear her uniform in solidarity, but also making her business richer, which is not her business anymore because she's no longer there. But it's more a memory. It's more an illusion, obviously, that we're living a dream, a fantasy. Luxury is partially also that. You know? Yeah, DMSA, check out the video on the 5 books to read on Coco. It's those books are really, really interesting. I even talk about the Hal Vaughan book, The Sleeping with the Enemy, which is the bad one, because I'm like, yeah, you should know what your enemies are doing. Literally, the title "Sleeping with the Enemy" is like Hal Vaughan is the enemy, and you're sleeping with Hal Vaughan while you're reading the book. Anyway, I keep blabbering on. So I have, what was I gonna say? I don't know. What was I gonna say? Ciao. Oh, Sigita, thank you so much, my love. Let's move you into the bunker. Thank you for constantly educating us, Dacob. Oh, thank you, Sigita. Thank you so much, sweetie. Thank you for your love and support. And I'm going to move you into the bunker right now. Oh, and we're going to do a little ghost. Or Sigita. Oh, Nina says, I have to go, but I will watch later. Thank you, Dacob, darling. Take care and enjoy your Sunday. Thank you so much. You enjoy your Sunday too, sweetie. So, Sigita, darling. Here you go. Moving you in with the little ghost into the bunker. Oi, there you are. Oh, sorry. It's not focusing. Sigita moved in with a little tiny ghost. Oh my God, look, we're definitely getting the party started here. There's more and more people loving it. So this special fashion bunker haunted mansion treat of adding all the names is going to last us until Halloween. And then after that, we will retire the fashion bunker. So if you wish to move in to the haunted fashion bunker, now's your time. You got a couple of days left. Oh my gosh, Halloween goes so fast. I wish it would last forever, but nothing does it? Hi, the Ben. How's it going, sweetie? Oh, you absolutely love the way I tell stories about Coco. It always feels like you talk about a family member. I really feel like she's a family member. I really do. Delusional me. But alas. So we did the Stefano Pilati. In other news, McDonald's closed. Yeah, and we changed topic. In other news, McDonald's closes its biggest French fry factory in America. Let that sink in. Yes, McDonald's has closed its biggest French fry factory in America because. Thank you, Alexander. Smooth transition, darling. Well, it's two things I love. I love Coco and I love my chicken nuggets. So what do you want? Here's the thing. They just closed their biggest French fry factory because they're not selling enough French fries. Isn't that interesting? I found that news interesting as part of the end of luxury because how is McDonald's not selling enough French fries? And mind you, it's not like they stopped selling enough French fries 1 week and then they closed an entire factory. The biggest factory that they owned in America. No. Like, this has been going on for a while. They've probably had issues for a while. And they stopped, they weren't selling enough. And now they closed the factory. Isn't that interesting? Paulia says, Dacob, is there any possibility that we could have a game session on Halloween or something? Is there anything more scary than those games? Oh my God, one of those scary games would be awesome. I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure it out. I'm not so sure yet. Too early to tell. But I'm thinking about it. I'll let you guys know. Maybe on like a Super Dacob backup, all spelled together, my Instagram account in the Insta stories. I might announce it there. The Ben says, so follow me there. The Ben, wait, hold on. Let me scroll up just a second. Sorry, guys. The Ben says, that's how we feel about you. You're a family member we all look forward to seeing and hearing. Oh, Ben, thank you. It's very kind of you. It's all related. You said it, ozemping, a downfall of luxury and McDonald's, period. The Nectarine Man says, they say the Ozempic craze will be affecting fast food for years. Interesting. But also I've been hearing that people are starting to get quite a few side effects from Ozempic, like health issues, ending up in the hospital, and not just because they're not eating anything, but also like side effects of the medication. Allegedly, I'm not so sure if that's true. You let me know. We in Ozempic era chat, ain't nobody eating the fries, says Mahora, but also their prices were too high. They've increased the prices a little bit. Exactly. Inga T just said it. Due to price increases, McDonald's is now considered a luxury too. Yeah. And they've been called out several times, and they've started to go down with their prices as well because they're like, oopsie, we outpriced ourselves. But maybe way too little, way too late, because apparently some people are now still too pissed. Kristen Reynolds says, Cora and I got our boo buckets on Friday. Oh, I'm so glad, Kristen. She took the white, I took the blue. Then we went to Dunkin' for their buckets, only $2 each if you skip donuts. You know what? I might go. If they didn't sell out of the Dunkin' Donuts buckets, I might just go to get a bucket for $2 without the donuts. Okay, Kristen, is it the same size? Is it the same manufacturer as the boo buckets? By the way, Kristen, I got the white one too. This is my favorite one, by the way. The white one is my favorite of the four colors. Oh, they're white. Okay. Oh, Kristen says they are way bigger with lid. Ooh, interesting. Avarice says McDonald's fries were better fried in beef tallow than the current seed oil mixes today. Oh, Avarice, interesting. So are you telling me that their French fries today are vegan? Because I need to tell my vegan friends that they can start eating their French fries again then. Because I remember them being done with beef. Due to price increases, McDonald's is now considered a luxury too. Yeah, the side effects are scary AF, says Mahora. Okay, so like the clinical side effects. Interesting. Oshidi says, yep, I heard someone felt funny with their back due to Ozempic. Shop Queen says 100% bad side effects. I have seen them. Oh my gosh, seen them in hospital. I mean, wow. Nectarine Man says, I am on a GLP-1 and the side effects can be tough, but the scales are smiling. So boy, uh-oh. So you're doing it, Nectarine Man. And you're losing weight quickly? Is it going fast? It's so tempting, but I'm terrified. Rosanna Navarro says, is it true that Elon Musk bought McDonald's? I have no idea. I mean, he buys a lot of crazy stuff. Who knows? Algebra says the Balmain fragrances dropped in price a few weeks after launch. Not a sale. They dropped down. Algebraist, wasn't that box ugly that Olivier Rustig, whatever his name is, showed on his Instagram account in the wooden. I showed it in one of my live streams a couple of weeks ago or a month ago, like this ugly ass box out of wood that he opens, and there's the gold thing that he opens it, and there's a smaller bottle inside with the gold. Oh my god! I was like, oh my god, this is so tacky, so tacky. Are those the perfumes you're talking about? Minus the extra packaging, but just the perfumes are terrible. It looks so bad. It looks so bad. Oh, Kim P, thank you so much.
Kimp donated $13.05. Loved listening to you talking about Coco. The passion is real.
Oh, thank you. Hold on, let me. So I'm going to give you a little spider web because they're super cute for Halloween. Here you go. And you're moving into the fashion bunker. It's the fashion bunker. It's the fashion bunker today. Today. Wait, where am I gonna? Okay, got a good spot. Have to cut it a little short because the post-it was too long. And Kimby. Ooh. Wait, is it filming? Yeah, it is filming, but it's not focusing. There you are. Thank you so much, sweetie. Oh, we are growing in the bunker. Boom. If you wish to move into the haunted fashion bunker, scan the QR code here or click on the link on top of the chats. Teresa says she took the white, I took the blue, then we went to Duncan's and took their buckets too. I got a good rhyme out of that. That's a good one, Terry. You did it. And then wait, you gotta add in the orange and the green somehow as well into the story, into our little poetry. Um, like the kids' poetry book. It should like one should come with every boo bucket. Avaris says Bloomingdale's and Nordstrom's already have 20 to 30% off of their luxury bags. Ow, that's fast. Way before the holiday season, if you think about it. Shopkins says that's not true. Anyone on GLP-1, diabetic or not, can get severe side effects leading to hospitalization. I have seen several. Ah, okay. Thank you for letting us know, Shop Queen. Avaris says Ozempic and Wegovy, Ozempic face, stomach paralyzed, hair loss, etc. Scary AF. Wow. Okay, hair loss? I do not like the sound of that. Algebra says the guy ruined the masterpiece that is Van Ver, studied still in perfumery schools, but not good enough for him. Relaunched only in name, not related to the original. Oh, that's sad. Mahor says, is Olivier a sister? The creative director of Balmain? He's a sister. What do you mean a sister? He a sister. He a sister dressing up his share. Yeah. Oh my God, Inga. That is it going to be McTesla then? Oh my God. No, knowing Elon Musk, it's probably going to be McMusk. That sounds disgusting. It's like, what do you get with your burger? Musk. And Civet, McMusk. Everybody says yes. Celebs take Ozempic like crazy and call it weight loss diet. Yeah, please. Alina, I know, I've heard. Alina says they are making a new version specifically for weight loss. The clinical trial already started. It's called Amy Cretin. The name is solid. Being Brave says, regarding beloved Coco, a uniform offers us a protection, albeit in her case beautiful one. It allows us to never fully be understood. All is not on display. It's the great equalizer. There is no rich or poor. Yeah, very well said. I agree. Nectarina says, I think the recommended titration is much too rapid for those who aren't severely overweight. Stay on the dose that works and only move up when significant plateauing reduces side effects. Everybody says McX since Musk liked the letter X for some reason. Yeah, that could happen too. MJ Lone Ranger. Hi, sweetie. Ooh. Dacob and coffee. This is how you start a Sunday. Good morning from Baltimore. Oh, good morning, sweetie. And a whole got hiccups. Send my love to John Waters. YK. So that was my news on McDonald's. Interested to see if they're going to close even more factories or not. Are we filming the Chinese state worker or just talking about it? Because I don't know if I can. No. Because do the next time or what do I do? Next time. Okay. Hold on. I'm just thinking like what to do. All right. So then I want to talk to you about a new purchase that I've made. Let's do a little reveal. Yeah, Kari, this was Chaliwada. Okay, hit it, Bubbles. We had to do it for Kari because she's like, she was waiting. Kari was waiting. She's like, Charlie, you're not going to do the song. Yeah, we did the song. We did the song, Kari. But before we get to my purchase, I just want to spritz on, and since we spoke about Coco, in honor of Coco, I have the extrait of Chanel number 5. It's always good to. Just 2. Let me just do 1 spritz for her, 1 for me, because I already have Chanel number 22 on my chest. Oh, Oh my God, this is...
Butter.
I get an instant high from this. It's just on another level of...
This is like butter.
So good. I haven't tried Barenia yet, Alina. Yeah, I haven't tried it yet. So my new acquisition, I bought a new bag and I love it because several reasons. Love the love the look, the style, the quality, love the price, the versatility. I was looking for something. I was looking for an evening bag, soft, elegant, with smidge of 50s vibes to it. Something in satin, silky, can be synthetic. I don't mind if it's synthetic. I just want it to have a certain sheen. Very important that it's a top handle, because usually now tiny little pouchy bags always have a strap. I needed a handle because I have long hair. Whatever, if I have a strap on my shoulder, it always tugs on my hair. I've been looking for a while for something, a little bucket bag with a little tight waist at the top and a top handle. And I wanted it to be elegant. I wanted it to have that satiny quality. And I wanted it to have a twist, something to make it stand out. If I go to an event, a red carpet, or just a meet and greet, maybe one day would be lovely. But I wanted it to have, because I don't have something like that, right? But I wanted it to have a twist. And I was so lucky because I didn't know about this brand. And I'm going to lift it up and show it to you. And I'm going to show you the back side, and then I'm going to flip it to the front, okay? It's so 80s, 90s, but also kind of 30s vibe to it. How gorgeous is this? No, it's not Coach. No, Marina. No. It's no big luxury or non-luxury brand. But look at this little knot. But it has a twist. I love the fact that this is actually for Halloween. It has spiders all over the front. And they glitter like crazy. This is not glitter, by the way. These are little crystals. And I love this. Now, the spiders are not glued on. They're not glued on at all. This is like how Chanel does. So each spider has a little hook. So they're perforated inside and then flattened out. So in fact, because if this were cheap, they would have just glued them on. No. So the spider, each spider, as you can see, is detached. It's only attached at the belly. There's a perforation. It goes through the material. And then on the back side there, every spider has its own little stick. You know what I mean? Hold on. How do I show you this? Here, this one is better. So there's this whole stick. It's this big. All of this is behind the spider. So the spider is attached to this, and this is hiding. It's such a thick material. It's synthetic. This is not silk. And then you have this little stretchy bucket bag thing. There's no cord to, there's no like strap to pull or anything. And it's just a black kind of interior. It is lined. It has lining. And the lining is a cotton lining. So it's a very sturdy lining because this is a little bit delicate. You don't want to pull and you don't want it to kind of pull, right? Inside it's It's a cottony material, so this is more resistant if you go in with your nails. You're not going to pull a thread. Look how beautifully they've sewn it up there, and then here you have that little rubber thing to pull. And, of course, it has these little D-rings on the two sides. Yeah. Because this little baby also came with a chain. If you do want to wear it, crossbody or over the shoulder, you can literally, with the lobster clasps, you can attach them to the sides, and the little bag turns. And it's such a sturdy material. This is not some thin little synthetic, cheap, thin woven thing, you know. Of course, we're worried because we knotted it. And the chain is really heavy. It's not your cheap Moschino chain, because we've had those. So you can also wear it like this, right? Or if you wanted to, you can pull this through the handle. So the handle can go to the front if you wanted to as well. So you could wear it like this. And what is even more interesting, the handle, it's so beautifully sewn together and it's padded. So, you know, they didn't just take this textile, sewn it together, did a knot done. Inside, there's a padding. It's actually stuffed with a little bit of padding. So beautifully sewn together, too. So it's a nice, soft grip. You have these little kind of bow-looking knots on the side. Isn't it adorable? I don't know. I just thought usually these little bucket bags only come with the chains, you know, never really a top handle. But I need a top handle, and I'm not going to wear it with the chain, at least as long as my hair is long and I don't wear it in a bun, because it really always pulls on my hair. So this is kind of like, you hide these little D-rings. Yeah. And this is how I'm going to be wearing it. Kind of matches my Elvira shirt, doesn't it? Such a vibe. Look at Elvira. Hello. Elvira and the little baglet. So it doesn't have little legs at the bottom. It's completely legless, but it does have like a support at the bottom. I feel like probably some cardboard or something at the bottom. So it does have a little sturdy bottom. And now to where I found it and the price. Oh, and the brand as well. So the brand is called what's it called? The brand is called, did I forget already? Wait, hold on. Let me check, because I did research on it. Did I take a screenshot? I think I even took a hold on a second. Did I? Yeah, I did. mostwantedusa.com. Hashtag not sponsored. But that's the brand. They don't have this one on the website anymore because Halloween, it's all sold out. But mostwantedusa.com. Okay, so, and I found it at Marshall's. At Marshall's. $29. See how these glisten? Wait, hold on. Trying to illuminate them, but you can't really see them. There's too much lights here, so I can't show you how it sparkles, but it really, These little crystals are amazing. They really, really sparkle. Oh, a little bit they're showing. Like little tiny diamonds. So, there you go. Oh, thank you, Sibylla. Perfect t-shirt. Thank you so much. Yeah, my trick-or-treat bags. This is Celia. $29. Shop Queen, it really does put some luxury brands to shame. Really does. This thing is so well made. And it's a woman-owned company. I think it's two sisters that own it. Or two friends or two sisters. Anyway, really cute bag. And it's one of those bags that once you're at Marshall's, like they have a gazillion bags hanging and some of it looks really shitty. So it's very difficult when you go to a place like Marshall's to be able to extract with your mind one item and envision it outside of the ocean of a gazillion bags. And when all the bags are shoved together like that, everything looks like trash. You know what I mean? And you really have to know like how to envision an item outside of that massive amount of piled up bags, right? Because this is also what happened with this one. Like once I took it home with me and it was on its own in the living room, and then it started to like really be, because then I'm like, oh wow, this is really special. Once you see it on its own without other bags piled up to get, and this is something in general that I would say is a valid point for anything really when you go shopping. When a shop is too stuffed with stuff, you need to be able to take yourself out of something to like abstraction, be able to take it out of the context and put it within a different context. Then all of a sudden something that looked kind of boring in one shop, at home it looks amazing. I was drawn by the dégradé. Yes, David, I was drawn by the dégradé. Oh yeah, Rosanna, I'm going to use this even if it's not Halloween, for sure. Oh, this is such a cutie. This thing is for always. I love the spiders. I love that they're like brooches. Who said that they're like brooches? Because they're not glued on, like I said. They're all attached individually. You see? Here at the bottom. I mean, it's really, really well done. Love, 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 love. The hours, days, weeks, months cumulative I spent rifling or riffling through crap stores for the treasure back in the day. Yeah, those were the days. One needs patience, though. I agree with you. It takes patience. Hi, Amila. The bag is something that I would see Daphne Guinness wearing it. Did you see her latest video with Hercules' love affair? They just made a video together, a music video. Did you see it? It's kind of cute. I'm not sure if the song is the best song I've ever heard, but it's kind of cute. Daphne Guinness with Hercules' love affair. They're like singing together. May they stay attached forever, Mahora, to their families. Avaris says Walmart and Ross versus organization and put it on its own. Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Definitely. But $29? It's Marshall's. It could have been even cheaper, but I think $29 was fine. I think it's really okay. For, for the construction, the idea, it's not a simple construction, you guys. Just making the handle alone is like really work. I mean, it would have, if it were silk, of course it would have been even more elevated. But you know what? I'm glad that it's not silk because it's more resistant this way. It's a very, very thick nylon that looks like satin, like a satiny nylon. much better than Prada nylon, I can tell you that much, in my opinion at least. Yeah, Chanel would charge 5,000 for this. Yeah, or even more. Yeah, and it wouldn't be any better quality, I believe. Allegedly, and just in my opinion. So basically, we could do, you know, the whole thing. You know, this is the vibe. You're going to see me rocking this at Walmart. Wait, the whole look. Sorry, the top. Is this fabulous, darling? Yes. Yes, tis I. Can we do a little photo moment? Thank you, Bubbles. Bubbles is not doing? Hold on. Okay, let me position. Okay. Holy Ozempic, is that a noni in the video with Daphne? They are slim and buff. No, in the latest video with Daphne's Hercules love affair. No, it's not. It's not a noni. It's the Hercules guy. What's his name? Amila says, I worked in high-end luxury for many years, and the price of the items coming from factory are shocking. The price before they will put the price, for example, €9 for the Prada. Wow. So you're talking about the landing cost. Yeah. So basically, you're talking about the landing cost price, which is much lower than the wholesale price. Yeah. Retail price is the final price. It's the price that we customers get to pay on the sales floor. That's the retail price. But then before the retail price, you have wholesale price. And before the wholesale price, you have the so-called landing cost price, or in abbreviation in the business world, it's called the LCP. And the wholesale price is called the WSP. Yeah. From €9, it goes up to €500 and up retail. Yeah. Yeah, just your classic day. Just a classic day in a luxury store. You understand. You understand. Here I go at Jen says, I thought it was satin. It has the consistency of satin, for sure. Yeah, it has the feel of satin, the touch of satin. Super thick and sturdy. I mean, this thing is like really amazing. You know. There you go. $29. Thank you, mods, for keeping us safe. Hit it, Bubbles. I hope you enjoyed today, by the way. I hope you enjoyed the show today. We went on a journey.
A special thanks to the mods in the fashion bunker. That's Mahara, Audrey, Gloria, Kev, Nicole, and Terry. Bubbles loves you.
I lost the bucket. Why did I lose the bucket? Why did you fall? You got scared? So, wait, did you get scratched? Do I have to buy another one? How did you get scratched? You got scratched on this? Wait, did you get scratched? Hold on. Let me inspect this. Oh, interesting. No, it was not a scratch. We're still good. Our $5 Happy Meal bucket is safe. I want nuggets too. We'll go next, but make it Bugo. Oh, honey, that mouse? Oh, honey, Mickey could never. Mickey could never. forever. And we're living ferret. Thank you, Mickey. Oh, Bubbles, you want to do it?
I'm living ferret, living ferret, living ferret, living ferret, living ferret, living ferret.
That was Bubbles, ladies and gentlemen. And after she's living ferret, she's also, well, dying ferret.
Dying ferret, dying ferret, dying ferret, dying ferret, dying ferret.
Hello.
Oh, she resurrected. Bubbles, your hair, it's flawless. I just, you know what? You and Donatella together. Yes. Yes. Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Hello.
It's Bubbles for you. What can I say? We'll go. But then, of course, after, after we died, Ferret, sometimes Bublatella. Tadita. Bublatella, baby. Sometimes I tell her. Where did you go? Where did you go? Come back here, you little bony creature. Sometimes I tell her, listen, Linda.
Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda.
Okay, there you go. Ah! Moses here is giving stringy chicken meat. But Bubbles, we are still, always, and forever obsessed with you.
I am obsessed. I am obsessed. I am obsessed. Oh, oh.
Mahora's like, is that Ana de lo Russo? I mean, sure, why not? They're all skinny. They're pre-Ozempic skinny, mind you. Ana de lo Russo and Donatella. They are pre-Ozempic skinny, honey. You know? You understand. But not Baby Yoda. He always has the nuggies. Don't get naked. Always very nuggety. You're not going to do Ozempic, are you? No, you're not. No, you're not. You tell him, baby.
Ciao, 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 ciao. Ciao, 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 ciao. Ciao, ciao, ciao. Ciao.
And that's that. Thank you so much for tuning in. Better late than never. So see you all next week. I hope you're going to tune in whenever we live stream next time. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Wonderful beginning to the new week. For everybody who, contributed to building up the Haunted Fashion Bunker. Thank you guys so much for your love and support. This is very, very, very much appreciated. And you keep the lights running, seriously, because, times are tough. Thank you guys so much. Love you loads. See you hopefully Wednesday, maybe Thursday, because, we never know. Love you loads. Have a wonderful beginning of the new week. Don't take yourself too seriously. You live only once. Take it slow. Take it slow. Slow and steady wins the race. Love you loads, guys. Never give up on love. Bye. Mwah.